Howdy, y'all, and welcome to another episode of David's Saturday Night Sitback. I'm really excited that you found the podcast because most of my guests have never appeared on a podcast before, and for the ones that have, it's usually more promotional in nature, not a deep dive into their origin story. And I am on a mission to build a collection of stories for you to help you light your internal fire on a weekly basis so you can take your dreams, turn them into goals, and ultimately make those dreams a reality. To help me make this dream of this podcast a reality, sitting back with me today is a 22-year-old fitness model, a degenerate bodybuilder, self-proclaimed, and we're on a similar mission to inspire you to write your own story. My guest today was a baseball player and got accepted to play D1 ball at Radford University, backed by the full support of his parents and sister. Around May 28, 2022, he started his YouTube channel with a mission to have a good time and spread it around the world. He loves the gym. He's self-proclaimed as being just a guy doing things. He started working out around July of 2018, and it's been 7 years of sculpting since then. This gentleman started preparing for his first show on July 23rd, 2024, giving himself about 16 weeks of prep time. And he competed for the first time in November of 24, and most recently did the summer shredding comp in Houston and took first in his class and is now about 5 weeks out from competing in the championship. In 2025, he launched his online coaching business, and if you've been wanting to upgrade your own life, shoot him a DM on Instagram. His links will be in the podcast show notes, so just scroll down a little bit. He also recently ventured into the world of DJing. Today, we have Rilan Quinones, aka The Kid. Rilan, thank you for making the drive here. Thank you for your energy and your positivity. And welcome to your episode on David's Saturday Night Sitback.
Man, what an intro. Hold on. Dude, that was crazy. I was like, okay. That was great. Thank you for having me, man. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. That is you.
Thank you, man. It's awesome. It's a
dude.
blessing. I've been blessed in life, bro.
Yes, I have as well. I'm very happy with where life is right now.
That's awesome. That's all that matters, right? Is as long as we're happy and comfortable and, we're going to be doing what we want,
Are you happy?
I'm happy, bro.
What are you happy about these days?
I'm happy that I have a good family, bro, and I don't have a lot of stress. Life is very smooth right now. I've had my ups and downs, valleys that we've all gone through. But right now it's on a smooth, steady pace right now, and it's a good time.
Well, it'll get bad again soon enough. So.
I'm sure, bro. I'm sure. And we'll learn from it, though. We'll learn from it.
Yes, we will. If you had to pitch the audience why you think they should stick around for this episode, what would your pitch be?
I would stick around to this episode because it's going to be a fun, interesting one. We're going to yap about a lot of interesting stuff, and I think you can learn a thing or two, especially because I think we know we're going to flow very well. So I would tune in for the whole thing. It's going to be a great time.
Yeah, dude, I was excited from our phone call. We had such a good talk. That doesn't always happen. Sometimes those calls are like 8, 10, 12 minutes, and we sort of say like, all right, we're going to talk about A, B, and C, and then they're like, bye. But I think we
talked like 45 minutes.
Yeah, it was a very good conversation.
Dude, I was doing my whole morning routine, like brushing my teeth, getting ready, and like making my breakfast while I was on the phone with you, and like getting ready for the gym, pouring my pre in there, and I was like, man, like this guy's really fucking cool, and
Thank you. Yeah. You are too, man. The feeling is very mutual. I was very excited to have you on. Took a couple months, but we made it. We are here.
We made it.
So I just read a lot about you. Who is Rilan? If you take away like the stuff that you can find online, what do you want people to know about you?
Rilan's just a kid, man. I'm gonna be real. Like, I am just a kid. I like to have fun. I'm a silly guy. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people, I like to just laugh, have a good time. Nothing's really too serious. Life is not that serious. It is to a point, but I think it's as long as you're having fun with it. So.
Yeah, I feel like in life when situations come your way, you can laugh, you can cry, or you can get angry, and I choose to laugh.
Yes. 100%, man. 100%. Laughing actually, they said something, there was a study that said something that laughing is actually like it could cure a lot of things, like it make you even live longer. That's what that study I think I read on.
Well, if that's true, I should live to be at least 90.
That'd be great. We'll probably gain a couple years on this episode.
Yeah. I have a couple pictures for you.
Perfect.
I forgot to put them in order, but I think you are probably the youngest in this one. Is this you?
That is me, yes.
There's Rilan playing baseball.
I was 12 years old at a Little League World Series, and that was a good time, man. It was definitely something that I wish I would have like taken in more. As a 12-year-old, you're not really thinking much of it, but looking back at it and seeing that, I was like, dude, that was a good time. That was a good time. Especially with this moment right here when I was pitching, there was like, I think, like 15, maybe even more, like 1,500 people in the stands, and like just a lot of people were there. People were all up on like the grass and everything, and it was a great experience. Super blessed time for sure.
What's that like to be in a stadium full of people and everyone's yelling and you're down there on the field? Like, what's going through your head in those moments?
Dude, honestly, at that time, I remember I was like, don't mess up. Do not, whatever happens, do not mess up.
I love the honesty.
It's real, man. Like, and that's probably what, like, in baseball too, like the things that I know now, that's probably why a lot of times it is true. Like in baseball, when you're thinking like that, you're going to mess up. You know, it's such a mental sport. But yeah, man, in that moment, it was like a lot of times I'll mess up. But there was some times too, I was having fun. You know what I mean? Like, I remember one time, I remember it clear as day. The pitching coach came in and he, called, like, you know how like everybody gets in a huddle on the pitching mound and everything. And I remember just like, he was just talking to him and I stood up and I just looked back. I like tilted my hat up and I was like, holy, like, dude, just like people, just not that many people on their phone. It was 2016. So like really like nobody, like social media wasn't thing. So there wasn't a lot of people like scrolling on TikTok or anything. Like people were actually watching and I was like, wow. And with 12 years old, like watching, a lot of times it was families and stuff. Like our family, like people would bring like all their families, like, Mexico, bro, they had like so many people because they brought everybody from that country, dude, and just
They brought the whole country.
There was a lot of people. I remember seeing like they were just wearing green and red, and I was like, man, dude, like, and they were showing out support, man, like they were, and I was like, they were the loudest too in the stands and everything. So it was a cool experience because we got to go watch that game when they played, I think Panama or something like that.
Yeah,
I'm not too sure what the other team was, but.
Yeah, after scrolling through your Instagram, I feel like there was probably a couple of games that were more significant than others. What was there any one game that like really stands out in your memory, and why does that game stand out in your memory, do you think?
In my whole baseball career?
Yeah.
One game, bro, which is crazy, and it was the same year as when I went to the League World Series. It was the district, so it all started like the whole way. I don't know if you're familiar with it. How you get to like the Little League World Series or anything?
Not really.
So there's like a bunch of different tournaments that you play at district, then it's sectionals, and then state, and then regionals, and then you go to the League World Series. So it's like 5 different tournaments throughout the whole summer you're playing in. And that year, we were projected to go all the way, and then this other team in San Antonio was too. They were super good. And what's crazy is all the kids now, like 2 of them just got drafted this year. And they kicked the crap out of us the first game, bro. Like, I think we lost like 10-2 or something, and we were like, oh man, the championship game, and it's best 2 out of 3. Next game we come back and win, and then the last game was at their home field, like at Northside. They're called Northside Suburban, and we were losing. And I remember my first AB I got hit, and then they said I leaned into it, and I had to go back, and then I struck out. I was like, man, like what the, my dad was pissed, like, and then I went up again. There was the last inning. There was a guy runner on second, and I got hit again. And I said I leaned into it again. So then I took the elbow guard. So they, the elbow guards they wear? So I had one on, and I took it off for that, I bet, so they wouldn't say that because it stuck out a little bit. This time, I kid you not, bro, I just turned, and it hit me. And then they called me back, and the next pitch, bro, we were losing, or we were tied. No, we were actually down by 1. It was 4-5 last inning. Next pitch, I hit a home run, and it was to win the game. It was like at that moment, like I was still like my back just chilled up. Like it was crazy. Like I remember I got super emotional. I wanted to cry running around the bases. Like it was crazy. I had good times too in college and stuff. Like when I was in JUCO, crazy memories. But I don't know. There's a lot of stuff on that I don't know this podcast can handle.
Hey, we talk about anything and everything around here.
Yeah,
this is
JUCO
the
ball was fun.
Unfiltered podcast.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that.
I think you're probably a couple years older here. You remember this one?
Oh man, that's Hoko. Homecoming of like 2018.
Who's in that picture with you?
So these are homies from high school. This kid right here, actually, his name's Dom. He was in the League World Series too. He was our shortstop. So he was there. And then these 2 other guys were just from my high school as well. I haven't seen him much lately. I saw him the other day at a bar not too recently. But
nice. Yeah.
No, I don't really talk to too many guys from my high school anymore. It's kind of just my own little circle now. So
yeah.
But this was a fun day too. Fun night, for sure. I think I still got the same watch on. My grandpa gave me this watch. That's why.
That watch has been around for a while.
Yeah.
All right, one more for you since we're on this
Perfect,
train. Yeah. This is your sister, right?
That is, yes. My best friend, pretty much, bro.
Yeah?
Yeah, my ride or die, for sure. She's super cool, bro. She's had my back through a lot of stuff. You know, even when it came to mom and dad, like, she was like the brother that like I grew up with too. I have a brother as well. He's way older. I think he's 37 now. He was older doing his own thing, and he would come around here and there. But yeah, she was there, bro. And she would always have my back, and there was anything that ever happened, like if I got arrested and went to jail, I'm calling her. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Is she older or younger than you?
She's older. She's 30 now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Why do you think you guys became so close?
Man, I think it's because we're both a little like degenerates. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie. We both like having fun, bro. My 21st birthday, she actually took me to a strip club too. So,
she is like the brother you never had.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. So she was cool, bro. She was cool. But yeah, no, we got close. We bonded. A lot of times too, it'd be like if mom like ripped us one, for doing something, we'd call her and be like, dude, mom, just ripped us and this happened, and we'd calm each other down and everything. So we were always there for each other, and that's how we kind of got close.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Is she still in San Antonio?
Yeah. She works for our family business too.
What's your guys' family business?
It's called Old Lake Cafe. It's a Mexican restaurant.
Okay.
Dude, yeah.
Do your parents own it?
Yeah, it's a mom and pop, and I'm actually in the process of learning how to take over and everything. And my brother's working there too, the one I was talking about, and he's back in the picture, dude. He's awesome now too. So, we're a good group. We all work together.
Yeah.
It's my brother, my sister, and we're just hanging out, waiting tables or whatever. But yeah, man, it's awesome, and it's actually really good, really great food. We got voted #1 enchiladas in San Antonio, actually.
I love enchiladas.
Yeah, you should come down in San Antonio sometime, bro.
I will.
And yeah, we'll get meals on me, bro, and we'll get some enchiladas.
Thank you, man. I will take you up on that offer.
Let's
You
do it,
say
yeah.
free food, I am there.
Dude,
especially if Mexican food is my jam.
Really, dude. I'm telling you, we have some really good Mexican food, and I want to open up another one here in these next couple of years. And once I do the social media stuff and everything else with like bodybuilding, and just kind of once that's doing its own thing, come back and open up a business like the same thing, but a little bit more. Cause it's a hole in the wall, you know what I mean? Like it's a regular. You come in, you get your to-go tacos, but maybe do more of a ambiance of like a, I don't know. You know what a lupe tortilla is?
Is that like the thicker ones?
No. It's a Mexican restaurant. It's like more of the nicer ones. No,
Clearly I don't.
No, that sounds like a taco. But yeah, no, it's like a more upscaled restaurant, and I think that we could easily do that and serve really good food as well.
Is that ultimately, with where you sit now, is that ultimately what you want to do? Is sort of take some ownership over the family business and see like how much you guys could blow it up?
I mean, I think that's just one of my assets right now that I'm kind of not I don't want to say not main goal, because I feel like everything that I want to try to do is going to be my main goal. So like it is my main goal to open up another one and keep growing that business. And I just watched my dad build that place from the ground up, bro. Like he was there all day, all night, from 4 a.m. to 12 a.m. You know what I mean? Like I would just see him come back, take a nap, and then he'd go back and just work. And yeah, he was hustling. So I want to be able to keep growing the business and keep even people coming back to our original one, But I think my main goal right now is just to keep inspiring people, bro. Keep my social media going, keeping people, engaged with my stuff, and just showing people that life is great. Life is beautiful,
Yeah, it's a gift, man.
It is.
Before we talk about the inspiring people, why did your dad work so much? Was it just...
Dude, my dad, my mom and my dad, they came from nothing, bro. They came from dirt, and they were telling me stories about a lot of stuff that they went through, and they didn't want to go through it again. And their biggest thing was they didn't want me going through it, and that's what I love. You know what I mean? Like, my parents are my everything, bro. Like, they've been there for me when I've been nothing. They've been there for me when everything that I've done wrong, like, they were always there. I could do like the worst, and they were always gonna be there for me. So they didn't want that for me growing up, was what they went through. So they worked their asses off. As my mom was working 2-3 jobs whenever my dad was trying to blow up the business. He had a business before, but it didn't do well. And then he opened up this other one. But he said that it was hard. you know, because it was it's on the side of town where it's very deep, kind of like, I'm trying to explain it, towards like downtown, not in downtown San Antonio, but like it's on the way.
Okay.
So it's like not in like a crazy nice area or anything, but so like trying to get, you know, cheap food. Our tacos go for like $2.50, bro, $2.98, like nothing. Right now, I think I saw a taco from Taco Cabana, bean and cheese was like $4.60 or something. You know what I mean? And like that's crazy. And like they're the tiny Taco Cabana. Our bean and cheeses, bro, thick and nice tortillas, fresh tortillas. So yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool to see.
Dude, bean and quick Mexican food rant. Bean and cheese tortillas is so good. Like,
Dude.
sometimes when I go to a restaurant and I see it's on the menu, I'll get like my enchiladas or whatever I'm planning on getting it, and then I'll be like, bring out one of your bean and cheese tortilla or burritos too, because it's just so damn good.
Dude, I grew up on bean and cheese, bro. Bean and rice, dude. Like, it's bean and cheese was a staple for sure. But I'm a big like bacon and egg guy too. I don't eat pork anymore, but when I did eat pork, bro, bacon and egg and cheese. Love it.
No pork.
No pork, man.
Talk to me about this no pork. What's going on here, Rilan?
Dude, so actually, I stopped eating pork for about a year now. Maybe about a year. About a year. And dude, so pork's not supposed to be even digested for us humans or anything, and it's actually it inflames your fat. It holds on to fat more, and you're just more inflamed. And they say like back then they would feed humans to pigs and everything, and like they're just like they eat everything. You know, they eat all kinds of trash, and they're in the mud. You can get clean pig, but it's still like, for me now, I had a slice of pepperoni, bro, by accident, because I didn't know it was in the salad, and my whole body, I could just feel it. Like my stomach started just like knots, bro. My body my body was getting warm, and I was like, what's going on? And then like I was like, I've had that feeling before when I ate pork, and I was like looking for it, and I saw the pepperoni. I was like, oh man, it's got pork. And dude, ever since then, I was like, yeah, it's not. I don't eat it anymore because of that. And honestly, I noticed a big difference in my physique change. Like I'm a lot more cut, and my homie Jay, actually, he's my best friend. He's the one that put me on. He told me about it, and I was like, man, I was eating so much pork. I thought it was just protein. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
And he told me the same thing and everything. Looked it up, looked into it. I was like, I'm gonna try it, you know. And then like the first 2 months, bro, just diced me up. And I was like, what the, like, how does that work? And then I looked it up, and it just holds on. It inflames your fat more, and then just holds on to that stubborn fat.
That's interesting. I don't eat a lot of pork, but probably like 2 to 3 times a month. You know, it's because I know it's generally not like the best source of meat, but dude, every now and then I'll be putting a breakfast together. I'm like, let's get some bacon to go with this
bacon,
breakfast.
dude. I love it. Bacon's my. If I could eat pork again, bacon would be it. Like I'm gonna go devour some bacon. Like bacon on a burger, dude. Oh, like I hate being the one that's like, can you take the bacon off the burger? Like, oh, I want all the bacon. But yeah, man, it's just something that I kind of stick to now, and I've seen it, help with my life. So it's like a routine almost now.
Yeah.
Even like gelatin, because there's pork in gelatin, and like toothpaste or whatever, like that can even like hold on to that stubborn fat. It's crazy. Like pork is a super strong, like I don't know the word for it, but it's like it's just a very toxic meat almost.
I believe you. However, I'm going to have a talk with ChatGPT about this tonight.
Dude.
I'm going to be sitting on that recliner. I'm going to have an episode of, what is that show I'm watching right now? You seen the show on Netflix where it's about a mom and her 4 sons and they're a family of thieves? The pilot episode, the boy's mom dies, and so he moves in with them. And they sort of introduce him to the quote-unquote family business.
Nah, I was like thinking of the Santa Clarita Diet. Have you heard of that or seen that? It's like a movie where the mom turned into like this zombie eating thing, and because the way you described it, that's how the movie started. And I was like, oh, I know this one. And I was like, oh wait, no, it's not this one.
Anyways, I'm gonna have that on in the background. Thad's gonna be on my lap, and I'm gonna be fact checking you a little bit.
Yeah, dude. And Chat, I mean, he'll tell you, because I was talking to Chat. I talk to Chat every day, bro. I literally programmed it to like act like if he's like my realest homie and like a business partner, and then also what's the other, like mentorship. So now like when I ask it anything business related, anything for like dieting or like anything, it's gonna keep it real and not even like try to bullshit me. So because sometimes it will like say some wrong stuff, and like you have to like double check it with everything. But if you tell it to like act like if you were this, or act like if you were the best this, it actually like makes it more in depth. And like especially for business, bro, like I've had a lot of like when I think about when I try to make business moves, I'll go straight to ChatGPT and talk to it and see like, yo, what is this? How can we do this better? Okay, what if this happens? Like, and it'll answer like this, and it's right a lot of times, especially because it's learning every day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if you were me, and I'm also asking this for anyone in the audience because
Yeah.
you could apply this to anything.
100%.
You're David for a minute.
Okay.
You have my phone, and you're working on the podcast with it, and you want it to be the best podcast advice giver that it can be. What are a few prompts you would feed it?
I would tell it to act as if you were maybe pick like your favorite podcast, like whoever it is that you kind of like watch a lot, and be like act as if you were his producer and his like writer if he had one, or her, whoever, and tell it to act as if you were trying to make another episode and everything, but in their eyes and their perspective to help. You'd help with ideas, and then also too, and tell it to act as if it's like, I don't know, like an editor almost, like that's gonna be watching it, but like editing it while watching it. Like I would also put one of your podcasts, like a clip of it in there, because it can read stuff like that and like generate other stuff.
It's got many links
It's
to
crazy.
the podcast. Yeah, I didn't know it could read stuff like that, but I upgraded to the paid version recently.
Oh hell yeah, me too.
Just because I was like, it's so cheap and it's cheap,
yeah.
you know.
And
why
I was
not?
just talking to a buddy of mine, and he was saying that, or we were both talking that you can kill so much time with ChatGPT that you would be spending on, trying to like make a program or, put things together that it will do for you in seconds, and, it will free up hours for you so you can go do other things and make other money.
Yeah, it recently even had me start linking. I don't know why I didn't think to just do this on my own, but on YouTube it had me start linking the shorts to the full-length video, so that way if people like the short enough that they wanted to convert over to watch the entire episode, we're trying to make it as easy as possible on them, right? Because people are lazy, so
100%,
you want to get them
That's
there.
what I've learned. And there's a way too, like whenever I post on IG, like when I first started, getting really engaged with other people on IG, it helps to go to other platforms and, comment on their stuff and get your stuff. Like, because people read the comments too, and they'll see your comment and be like, oh, who's this? Then they go to your profile. And they're like, oh, he does the same thing. What else does he talk about? Oh, he does this. And then they'll start liking you. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of different ways that you can go about it in that social way.
Yeah. Quick rant, completely off topic rant for you. I invited someone on the podcast recently, and I think I probably did this for you, but I sent them a DM on Instagram, and then I also go and comment on one of their posts. And so on his, I just made my normal comment of like, hey, so-and-so, I don't want to name him yet. I really like the work you're doing. I love your energy and your reels. I think a conversation would be awesome. You should come on the show. And over 100 people liked the comment. And I thought, clearly his people would like him to do this. Hopefully he comes on and he's down. And he responds back the other day. It was just like, no.
Damn. Yeah, there's some...
Like, you were so down. You're like, yeah, man, this will be fun. I think you got back to me almost immediately. And then you have some people like him who are just... No.
Yeah. And there's some people out there in social media, bro, that are just they don't care. They're gonna just say it how it is. And I've talked to some people in the DM, and trying to link up with other creators and make other content, and they're just kind of weird about it. It's like, it's not even like I'm trying to, I see you and I like what you do. You know what I mean? And I want to go see what else can we talk about? What else can we get in common? Maybe like help each other level up. But some people will take it as in like, oh, like, they're just coming, they're just trying to like use me or whatever. It's like, no, like we're all trying to do the same thing. Why not help each other?
Yeah.
Like there's a big enough plate for us to all to eat on,
That has been up to this point, 2.5 years into podcasting, that is the sole biggest wall that I'm running into, is getting other podcasters on the show, or even just getting them to, I've even reached out to a couple of them and been like, hey, would you be, we both have smaller, newer podcasts. Would you be down just to grab coffee sometime and talk all things podcasting? They don't even say no. I think I've had 2 respond, and I've probably invited like 20 to 30.
Have you tried reaching out to like their manager or anything?
I don't think most of them have managers.
Really?
Like, I don't have one. This is a one-man show. I do
Yeah,
all of it.
100%. I do the same thing. I do it all on my own, but I'm thinking about hiring a manager. It just helps. I think like with the stuff of like emails and everything, and like helps free up a lot of time, and helping posting. You know what I mean? Because
Do you
there's
mean a manager or like a PA, like a personal assistant?
maybe the PA. Yeah, actually, yeah, PA, because a manager's like trying to telling you or helping you what to do, right, or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, PA, a personal assistant would be definitely something that I'm gonna look into the next couple months. So if any of y'all want to go or looking to be a PA, you can kind of DM me. So, but yeah, I mean, I think it helps a lot, especially with posting and everything.
I almost want to get someone just to run all the social for me.
Yeah, dude.
Because I don't care about
a lot
that.
of creators do that. Like so many creators will have someone run their socials for them, and they'll have clippers too. You know what clippers are?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, dude. And those clippers, they get paid to do that, and it helps blow up their socials. Like you should look into getting some clippers. Like it will be really beneficial.
I'm having AI do all that for me.
Oh,
right now,
dude,
so
there you go.
I've sort of hired a clipper.
Smart. Yeah, that's
But
smart.
It's cheap.
Go
It's
through
only-
AI. Yeah.
It's about $100 for like 20 to 30 episodes, which is
Dude,
that's
yeah.
dirt cheap. That's nothing.
20 to 30 episodes too, one a day. That's the whole month. You know what I mean? If you post one a day.
Or 20 to 30 episodes is like half a year.
So
I'll
I see.
I'll feed it a 2-hour episode, and it'll give me 50 clips, captioned and ready to go, and I just get to pick which ones I want to use.
Yeah, that's
fantastic.
That's perfect. I saw something like that, or I tried it. One of my boys showed me that. He was editing for me for a little bit, and he showed me that because I was doing the with YouTube and everything to start doing the short film content and everything, and posting the YouTube clips, and that helps. But I mean, I think it does help whenever it's like more the quality, man. The quality is what really is going to bring engagement. That's what I've noticed.
Yeah.
Oh, man, there goes my phone.
You want another drink, or are you just going to do water the rest of the episode?
Yeah, man. I'll take another drink.
All right, while I refill those, I'm going to ask you a question. Or actually, I'm going to have you choose a question, and I have no idea what it's going to be. So if you could read this, go to choose one, read it, and answer it.
Touch that one first. It's in cursive. It says, you want me to read it right now?
Yeah.
Okay. What is the, oh man. What is the, I can't even read that word right there.
You want me to read it for you?
Yeah, bro, I'm not going to lie. I'm probably going to get roasted for this, but this is cursive. I struggle. And I'm dyslexic, so it's like double whammy.
All right. Real quick before you guys start roasting my friend Rilan here, my new little brother, whether he likes it or not. This cursive is like, I can read it, but this is intense cursive.
Yeah, I was
and
like,
it's in bold and it's small.
Oh, are
so
they all
do
not
roast the kid.
Are they all not like that?
Nope.
Oh, some of them are in different. Some of them are in
One is
different.
different.
Yeah, I literally pulled the one in just like crazy 1980 or 1880s cursive.
These were all handwritten by people, and then for a different podcast, and then what they did was they put them into cards and they sell the whole deck now.
Oh, okay.
And
okay.
I loved the questions, and I was like, I'm gonna buy this and start
that's
asking my
cool,
guests these
man.
questions. So like that's a picture one of them drew. That person, you know, I'm wondering where's the person with messy handwriting like me?
Yeah.
Like my
Oh,
handwriting,
dude.
brother? Look at this trash. Like you can't even read it. It's so bad.
Yeah, it's better than mine,
it's
man.
It's so bad.
My handwriting is not good. My mom would always get on to me about that. She'd be like, "Dude, your handwriting sucks." Like every time
she keeps it real.
Dude, my mom. That is one thing about my mom, and I love is that she keeps it real, bro. Like, ever since I was in baseball growing up, like she's gonna let me know if I did good or not. Like it was like, or even if it's in life, you know, she'd be like, "Nope, you did that wrong, and this is how we're gonna." But she's gonna teach me, you know.
I have a question before I read this question. Does that make you trust her more though? Like, do you find that you go to her for more advice because you know she's gonna give it to you straight?
Bro, but yeah, both my parents. I know that they are two of the smartest people I know. I can go to them to anything, and they're gonna have a real logistical answer. And sometimes I'll even they'll give me the answer that I don't want, and I'll still try to do my own way or anything. And everything that happens is exactly what they said is gonna happen. And it's kind of like, and I think it's from the stuff that they've been through, bro. Like they've learned a lot. You know, it's my dad too. Like he's the smartest man I know. And when it comes to building stuff, fixing stuff, business, he knows a lot. So,
yeah, I think that's why I don't think we were recording yet, but a lot of the teenagers at my gym, some of them that I barely even know, will come up to me and just start asking me for advice on something that's very personal to them. And I think it's just because they know I'm going to give it to them straight. And so
100%.
And I've told a few of them, this is on you. You are the one that based off the information you're giving me, this is completely in your control.
And also you don't know their emotions either. Like you just see them as someone asking for advice. You're not going to go based off their emotions or how they're going to react.
Yeah.
You're going to go off of okay, this is the information that you said you got, and I'm going to tell you this is what's going to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
and that worked. That's why I do trust my parents a lot. Like, and I'm starting to learn that as I get older now. Like before, I would hide a lot from stuff from my parents because I just didn't want them to be like, see me. But now, dude, like, I'm a lot more straightforward with them. Like I'll tell my mom, I'll be out at the club at 4 a.m., 5 a.m. and she's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Yeah, but I'm lit. I'm at the club and I'm pretty deep in some drinks, mom." Like I keep it real. She's like, "Just please be careful." They always preach be careful and but yeah, no, it's crazy too. Is my dad doesn't drink, smoke. My mom, she'll drink a margarita here and there. But yeah, when I see him go out, like we went to Vegas, all of us, for my 21st, and they to see them actually get lit. Like we went to clubs, bro. Like
they went with you?
Yeah, dude.
That's
like
awesome.
Like we saw Pauly D, bro, at like what the Mark or whatever it's called, or the Marquee or whatever, and dude, they were my mom almost got in a fight with some girl, bro, because they were trying to like get in front of her and like move her out of the way. And mom was like, "Oh hell no!" Like my mom will throw down, bro. She'll stand on it for sure.
Dude, my barber, he does my beard.
I was about to say, oh word, okay, we're lining up.
Yes, so I have a barber, and he is the reason this thing looks good. I grow it, he takes care of it. He last summer got sent an invite out to like all of his clients and was like, "Hey, we're all gonna go see a soccer game," and probably like 20 of us went. It was cool to get to meet some of the other dudes that he's cutting here in Austin.
That's cool.
But it's funny because one of the guys that showed up is this like 60-year-old English teacher. And so after the soccer game, Phil was like, "Do you guys all want to go to the Rose Room in the Domain, I think?" And we were like, "Sure, let's go." And to see this old man out there with us, just throwing back shots and on the dance floor. At one point, he rips his shirt off. Guy's pretty jacked too for a 60-year-old.
Dude,
but just
I love
to see him out there with all these like 20 to 40-year-old dudes, and then him, but having like just as much fun, if not more fun. Mm-hmm. He had a great time.
I love that, bro.
Such a fun night.
I love whenever like I see like older people like that getting down on the dance floor. Like, I love dancing, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I love going to the clubs and going to festivals and dancing. And when I see an older person out there, I'm like, hell yeah, dude. Like, we're the same right now. Like, I might be 22, but we're both vibing right now at the same level. Yeah. So it's awesome, bro. And you'll see them really get into it. And, like, you'll notice that it's like, oh, they're letting loose. Like, they don't do this like they're having a good time. You know what I mean? And I love seeing that. Like, I just love. That's why I like going out, man. I like seeing people having a good time too. You know, having a good time with the homies and everything, and it's a great time.
It's fun to have fun. It's fun to see other people having fun.
And what's cool too, bro, is with with social media is like now you can make money off that. You know, like you said earlier, degenerate bodybuilder, and like that's a big thing that helps me. You know, with my socials, I like to show people that, hey, like you can go out, have fun, and go to the bars and rip the drinks and be smart about it, right? Like, get right now the tequila water. That's usually what I drink, and I'm still going to the gym the next day. You know what I mean? Like, not even if I'm hungover, I could be hung tits, bro. Like, I'm still gonna go to the gym, and I'll be just like walking on the treadmill, like to wake up and like, but I'll get in there. You know, I think if people do that and they're consistent with that, there's a balance in that for sure. You know,
I've definitely done a few 20-minute sauna sessions pretty hungover, and they're hard. But boy,
super
do you
hard.
feel accomplished by the time
so
you're
much
done.
better. Saunas are amazing, bro. I started doing them after this last show I did, and I would feel so like clear-headed, and just like everything felt better. Like my body felt like lighter. I felt like ready to go. You know, like my endorphins were just like shooting. You know, they were just like ready to just go do something. Rather than like after work, and that was after my workout. And like if I don't sit in the sauna after my workout, like I'm kind of like dead beat. Like I'm like, man, I want to go cook. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I gotta go cook beef and rice. Like, but now I can sit in the sauna. I'll be like, okay, let's go eat some food now. You know,
let's go eat some pork.
I call my meals dog food, bro. Like, cause I only eat beef and rice. Really, like it's simple and it's when I'm on prep, it's just super easy to make some vegetables.
Do you eat eggs?
I do. Like,
have you ever made the beef? Throw like some what's it called, like gochujang, that red thick Asian sauce that's spicy.
Oh yes.
Throw some of that in there. And then cook a couple of fried eggs and throw that on top. So you got rice and then spicy beef and then egg. Oh my God, Rilan. It's so good.
So when I was in Vegas, I was with some friends and some girls and everything. And we went to this restaurant. I forgot what it was called, but there was these like dumplings. And one of my, like she made with the spoon and everything, like a full. They really like spicy food, bro. That's what I like. And she was throwing that. I think that red sauce you're talking about on it, and that shit was spicy as fuck. Like,
Was it too spicy or was it fine?
I'm like I like spicy food, but the thing is about Asian food, I think, is like it's a different spice than Mexican food. You know, like Mexican food spice is like burning hot. Asian spice is like, you know, it's more flavorful. I think. You know, yeah, this setup is nice, man. I like you did say it's a lot more comfier than, you know. I think it's whenever it's like this, I feel super comfy.
You feel comfy?
Feel
You feel relaxed?
Yeah.
Does Thad being here help?
Yeah, dude, that's awesome. He seems like a chill guy.
So, funny story with him. You'll appreciate this because you're into fitness. If someone wants to lose weight, you and me both know the formula is so simple: eat less, burn more. So I took him for his
that's all it
physical
is.
in February, and they were like, "Yeah, we can't feel his ribs as clearly." He gained about 4 or 5 pounds, which for a dog that size, that's a lot of weight in a year. So they were like, "Cut back on his food, and if you have the time, take him for more walks." So I increased from 2 1-mile walks a day to 3. So we're now walking 3 miles, and I used to give him a full cup of food, 1 cup. So I scaled that back to like 75% of the cup. He hasn't lost any weight. And I'm like, this is physically impossible that you are
You're like-
exercising more
You're like,
and
are you in
eating less, and you're still fat.
You're like, are you in the pantry still in the snacks at night, dude? Like, what are you doing? You
I
getting
mean,
the
he's
extra
not
kibble?
locked up at night, so he could be. I don't know.
Yeah, dude, I have a husky that lives with my parents, and I actually found him on 281. Damn, he's smart too. He just sits there when he has got to go outside. That's nice, bro. But yeah, dude. So my husky, I found him on the highway of 281, San Antonio, like literally on the side of the highway, and I just whistled at him, and he hopped up in my truck.
Oh,
Yeah, but dude, that dog is so fat now. He lives in my dad, dude, feeds him everything, and they took him to go get his, or went to whatever, the vet and everything, his checkup, and they told him he was overweight as fuck, like so overweight that he had to like cut back. Like he was going from eating like dry dog food with like the mix of like the extra meat, and my dad was cooking him ground beef and stuff, bro, like to eating straight just dog food, like kibble, like the smallest portion. You would see my dad would pour it in the bowl, and he just looks up at my dad like, really? Like this is all I'm getting right now? Like, dude. But he's starting to lose weight now, and he doesn't. It's hot for him. I think it's hot for huskies in Texas, bro. Like,
oh yeah, any long-haired
he doesn't
want to
be
It's gotta
outside.
be hell.
dude, hell. Like I can't imagine. Like I don't like when my hair gets long. You know, I hate that.
Yeah, me too.
I was waiting for it, bro.
Fucker.
That's funny.
Yeah, dude, sometimes Thad, he'll be out on the porch like he is right now, but sometimes he'll even like drag a blanket out there with him, and then he'll like do this thing with his head where he gets the entire blanket over his body. And so I'll see the blanket like rising and falling, and so I'll open the door and I'll hear him under the blanket going I'm like, bro, just come inside.
Yeah.
Like, why are you doing
He's
that to yourself?
sunbathing right now, bro. He's
He's
chilling.
part lizard. All right, here's your question. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
What is the most controversial idea that you believe within your industry that most people disagree with? This is a great question
Wow.
for you.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You want me to read it one more time?
Yeah, one more time.
What is the most controversial idea you believe within your industry, so fitness or social media, I guess, that most people disagree with?
I would say there's a lot of what I would honestly with what I'm doing, like especially in the fitness industry, like they really try to be like, oh, like you shouldn't be going out and trying to be like the fitness stuff, like there's no balance. But it's like I think there's totally balance. You know, you can find it and you can stay locked into what you need to do in life. You can stay, you know, mentally, your mental health is better and everything. And I would say that, and then also having like social media say that it's saturated. A lot of people, like, I try to tell all my homies, bro, like post every day, post anything you can, your life, talk to the camera, and they'll just be like, oh, it's saturated, like there's a lot going, it's harder, like, but it's, dude, there's so many people out there now that are on social media that are gonna watch what you do, watch your life. They're gonna just sit and scroll. You know what I mean? So it's like, the social media world is not saturated. A lot of old creators that have been doing it for a lot longer than I have, there'll be controversy of them saying like, oh, it's not the same, but like, it is in really the same because it's just next level. You know what I mean? There's more people doing it. There's people that are doing it like good, really good at what they do. And I just think that a lot of people, like old creators, will get upset about it or like, oh, like that's not the same as it was. And I'm like, no, dude, it's just like, it's social media. It's a thing that's scaling up, and it's like you're gonna scale with it or you're just gonna fall behind. You know?
Yeah. So a couple of things to ping off that. First off, I'm sorry if I distracted you. I was looking for my phone because I wanted to take a few pictures of you while you were talking, and I have no idea where my phone is. So I might ask to borrow yours.
Yeah.
I know I had it because.
Is it in the kitchen whenever you want to drink?
I might just borrow yours.
Yeah, no, that's all good.
To not distract you, or not distract us or the audience. Yeah, get your camera out if you don't mind.
Bro. Yeah, perfect.
And then I'll just have you send them to me afterwards. Has anyone ever actually said that to you? Like, has someone DM'd you that I'm assuming is probably a stranger and been like, oh, why are these posts of you drinking up on your page?
Yeah, dude. Actually, when I was doing my second show, this last show, whenever I was still going out and I was like coming to Austin and still going to concourse and everything, and like I was like 4 weeks out from my show, I would have like bodybuilding coaches, you know, be like, dude, like, you know, that's not gonna work. Like, what are you doing? Like, you're just messing up. Like, da. And I'm like, bro, like, I love bodybuilding. It's fun, but it's like I'm also doing it for fun. Like, it's a hobby, right? And it's also like what I do is for my occupation is social media, and to like entertain people, inspire people. Like, bodybuilding's part of it. You know what I mean? So if I can do this and show people that, and I've had so many other people that are more positive that are like, dude, like, when I see your stuff, it helps me that I know I can go out and get a couple drinks and just go hit the gym the next day and I'm fine. Like, I've gotten people have told me that they're in the cycle of just going out every weekend and not going to the gym. They'd be hungover, and then like when they saw my stuff, they'd be like, "Oh, I'm gonna go to the gym now." You know what I mean? Like, and like stuff like that. Like, that's what I want to do. You know what I mean? Like, bodybuilding's fun. Don't get me wrong, and I loved bodybuilding. I love the gym, but I mean, there's a lot of other things in life than just bodybuilding.
Yeah, one of the reasons I reached out to you, because dude, there's a lot of dude fitness coaches in Austin, and so I'm pretty selective with who I reach out to. And when I stumbled upon your page, I have no idea how I did, but when I found it, I really liked that you wanted to inspire people to help them write their own story. Yes. And then when I went over to your YouTube page and you made that comment about, do you know what it is? You're on a mission to have a good time and spread it to the world. Oh,
yeah. I think that was when I was in Tennessee, like a long time ago or not a long time ago, but when more in the beginning when I started YouTube. Yeah. That episode?
I don't think it's an episode. I think it's just the YouTube description for your entire channel.
Yes, in the bio.
And I was like, I like this guy. I like his energy. He's acceptable. I'm going to give him a chance.
I love that, bro. I love that. Yeah, no, I mean, and that's really like the write your own story thing, bro, is because I think there's a lot of things like in life you can very well like alter your own reality. You know, everything is up to you. I posted a TikTok the other day and it was talking about how I stumbled upon something that talked about like manifestation and everything. And it said something like there's only two things that we know for sure in life that we can control, and that's our mind and our body. Like, those are the for sure things. Like, we don't know what's going on in this life, what's after this life, you know, but the two things that we do know are that we can keep our positive mindset, keep our mental going at an all-time high, getting as much knowledge as we want or as we need, and then keeping our physical health up, you know, eating the right foods, going to the gym. Like, those are the two things that we have full control over. You know, job, we don't have full control over job, internet, anything but our mind and our body. So I think like that right there is, you can alter your reality and write your own story. As long as you really want it and you really want to know what you want to do, you could I'm not saying easily do it, but like, you can do it. Anybody can do it. You know what I mean? And that's why, like, when you came across my page and you say that, and I love that, because I hope a lot of people are doing that they see it and they're like, okay, I want to go tomorrow and I'm going to start doing this. You know what I mean? Like, that's fucking dope. Like, I love that.
How do you, Rilan, control your mind? The mind's a hard thing to control because sometimes we have thoughts and we have no idea where they come from, right? Like, there have been times where I'll be walking Thad. It'll be a good day, good workout, recorded a good episode, and we'll be out in the woods walking around, and I'll just get this thought that'll be like, you should shut down the podcast. No one likes you.
Yeah.
So when you have those kind of thoughts in your head, what do you do?
So yeah, dude, I mean, like, that's the mind is so powerful. And it's like that right there, what you said, is so easily for the mind to get tricked and be like, oh man, nobody likes me, or to the opposite of being like, dude, I'm this guy, you know what I mean, or like I want to do this. And the mind, bro, when you can control it, and what I do is I always try to stay positive, always. Whether I could be having the most shittiest day, try to find like a lesson out of it or something. And baseball was a big thing that taught me with this, was 'cause baseball's a mental sport. Like, it's a failing sport. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna fail 7 out of 10 times. And with that, what it taught me was, if you can just learn from every fail and everything and just go into the next day, you know, you don't know if tomorrow's promised. Whatever happened in the past already happened. Just worry about what's going on now and try to like be the best at that. Try to like take control of that. That's how you can just alter the mind and being like, okay, you know, I'm in this traffic, I'm hitting every red light, but maybe I'm missing an accident, or there's a cop down there that's going to pull me over. You know what I mean? Have you ever heard of the burnt toast theory?
Maybe, but tell us anyways, in case
So,
the audience hasn't.
My dad told me about this, and it's called the burnt toast theory, and it's basically saying like you put a piece of bread in the toaster, and you're still getting ready and everything. You're in a rush for like work or whatever. You forget about the toast or the bread in the toaster, and then it burns. Right? You're ready to go. It was all timed perfectly for you to grab it and go, but it burns, and it's like, man, I got burnt toast. I'm not gonna eat it. So you do it again. It takes an extra 5 minutes. Well, that 5 minutes actually put you back to either not getting into a wreck, maybe getting robbed, or something bad could have happened, and pushing that back. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And the burnt toast theory, and that can happen with anything in life. Like if, you know, you didn't get a certain job, and you know you could be all upset about it, you know, or just look into like, all right, why didn't I get that job? You know, what am I missing? And then you look into that, and then all of a sudden you stumble upon a better opportunity, a better job, and it's like, if I would have took this other job, or you know, I'm just using this as an example, but I would be stuck there. But I didn't get it. Now I have this better opportunity, and now life's better. You know, so if you look at it like it that way, life can always be better.
Was there how transparent are you willing to be today?
Oh, dude, I'm very transparent.
What is a time that you were going through something let's go with something that was within your power to fix, that you messed up? How did you stay positive through it? How did you fix it? What was the situation?
Yeah, bro. So whenever I was in baseball still, it was my third year. I was at Radford, and I had 1 year of eligibility left, bro. And I was not having a good time when I was out there. Like, mentally was not okay, was going through some stuff. I had a girlfriend at the time, and it was just kind of like, everything was just not working. So I was like, fuck it. I'm done. I'm going home. Like, dude, this was just my mind. Talked to the coach that day, bro. And I mean, I was headbutting with the coach all the time. And that's kind of like what was happening. Like, I was not getting along towards, you know, we were like 5 games in, 6 games in. And like, he was just on my ass about everything. And I was like, you know what, dude, like, I don't want to, like, I don't have to be here. Like, I'm out. So I dipped. I drove home. I told my parents, and my parents were pretty devastated, bro. Because for, you know, 18 years of my life and, you know, 18 years of theirs, it was nothing but baseball. Baseball. And it was a hard time, bro. Like, got back, you know, at the time, and it was hard love. My parents, my dad, like, it was kind of like, you know, awkward in the house, you know, still silence. Like, it was just, that was a hard time. Broke up with that girlfriend. The homies that I had at the time were like an old friend group I used to hang out with, and they weren't around. Like, I was all by myself. Like, nobody could besides my sister. I remember that she was there, bro. She would always check up on me. She was the only one that would check up on me. And so that all happened. 21st birthday rolls around, and like, all my friends that I would hit up and stuff like that for like my birthday and everything, and none of them like answered me. Nothing happened. I was like, dude, like, this was well before my social media and everything too. And I was like, man, like, really? Like, okay. My sister, I went out with her and her friend, and we went to the strip club. And I'm sitting in the strip club, bro, and I'm just like, man, nobody that I like, no friends, no nothing. And I was like, were there that I thought were like the day one homies. It was just me, and me and my sister, and I was like, yeah, like, that moment right there, I was like, this is never gonna happen again. You know what I mean? Like, I felt like I was like, my presence, I feel like I bring my presence is a very like special presence when I'm in the room, or like, you know what I mean? Like, I try to like bring the positive energy, and I just felt like right there, I was like, yeah, like, they don't care about me. Well, I'm not talking about like my my parents or anything. No, I'm not talking, but like the homies that were there in that moment, and the ones I was looking forward to seeing and like hanging out with. It was my 21st birthday, and that was every time it was a birthday, it was like we were out. I made sure they had a good birthday, and I was like, yeah, no, we're gonna change this. Everything's gonna change from here on out. Because at that time I was like, baseball didn't work out. There was no girls at the time. I was like, dude, like no, this isn't how I'm gonna live my life. Right there, flip the switch, and then everything from there went up. So yeah.
What'd you do next? Well, actually, real quick before you answer that question, this is hilarious that you had your light bulb moment in a strip club.
Yeah. Kind of crazy, I know.
Pass over that
Kind
too
of crazy,
quick.
dude. Yeah, dude. When I said it, I was like, yeah, that sounded super degenerate, but
No, I mean, this one's not as fun, but like part of the reason I moved to Austin and started the podcast is because I ran into an old coworker while I was working out, and he was like, we hadn't seen each other in a couple years, and he's like, David, what's going on with you? What's new with you? Is specifically what he said. And I said, absolutely nothing is new with me.
Yeah.
And then when he walked away, I was like, I hate that answer.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that ever since I graduated college, it has been wake up, go to work, go to the gym, go home, go to sleep, repeat.
Yep.
I have to shake it up.
Yeah. And what's crazy you say that answer is because I had another like kind of not light bulb moment, but kind of a reality check in life a couple like probably 2-3 months ago. I kept running into people from my high school like all the time. It was weird. Like, and I'd be at the randomest places because I moved on another side of town in San Antonio where like I don't run into people from my high school much. And all of a sudden I was. And it was crazy when I would talk to them and I would ask them, what are you doing now? And they'd be like, dude, I'm just nothing. Like I kind of, and it's all the same answer. Like you could just tell they were just not happy with what they were doing. And I was like, yeah, like that was like another motivational thing. I was like, I got to keep doing what I'm doing. Because at the time, like that's when they would see my stuff. Dude, we see you on social media. You're killing it, da-da-da-da. And like, I was like, I got to keep doing. I got to keep doing it because I don't want to fall back and then that be my answer. If that makes sense. Like,
Oh, I relate with that.
yeah.
Heavily.
So like, it's crazy. Like you say that and like whenever I was getting told that, I was like, man, that sounds like no positive energy in that answer at all. So I was like, yeah, like totally get it. And that's cool that you noticed that too, that from yourself. Because a lot of people don't notice that they're saying that. You know what I mean? And they're just don't notice the emotional, the energy change. And whenever you're able to realize that, that's awesome because you changed your whole life from that, or you did what you wanted to do.
Yeah. I'm writing my own story, baby.
You're writing your own story, David.
Yeah, I'm
that's
yapping
awesome.
with Rylan this afternoon.
Crazy, man.
Nothing else I'd rather be doing on a Sunday afternoon at 5.
Yeah.
Whatever time it is, 5 something. So what sort of happened? Or actually, instead of asking that, when did you decide to go this route of social media, being a positive impact on other people, getting jacked? Tell us this origin story and what we need to know about this.
I think with the fitness, bro, I was always a fat kid growing up.
Really?
Yeah, I was always a bigger kid. I was always on the heavy side. And I got made fun of a lot in high school about it. My weight was a big thing that always got brought up. And I didn't want to eat around people. I didn't want to, I wanted to just eat by myself or even eat. I didn't want to eat sometimes because I'd get made fun of that day. And,
Sorry.
No, you're good. I just didn't know if you could hear me as well over there. Oh, okay, cool. And so in high school, was getting made fun of and everything, and it would alter the way I would want to like even throughout my day, and I'd be like, man, this sucks. And so from that, I was like, yeah, no, this is gonna change. And man, I'm so glad that I'm so glad I went through that because it changed my life for everything. You know what I mean? Like going through that in high school and everything, and then finally like being able to be where I'm at in life and look back. Like if I would go tell that kid right now in high school, like, dude, this is what we're doing right now. Like he would be like, what? Like there's no fucking way. Like, so it's crazy. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, high school was fun. It was lit. Like I played baseball and everything, and sorry, my mom was calling. And yeah, but like that was a big core memory for sure.
So you want to eat in front of people because it was that heavy on your mind?
Oh, dude, yeah. Like, and there's sometimes too where like I'll still find, or I'm already over it now, but like I was recently, like maybe a year ago, I would have habits like that still. Like I mean, I still sometimes, I was a bad binge eater, bro, for the longest time. Because I was so hard on myself about like fitness and like my physique that I would like be good on my diet. I'd have my cheat meal on Sunday or whatever. But then like I'd be like, I can do another cheat meal, and I would just be like, oh man, since I'm this deep, like I'm gonna keep eating. Like, why not? And then next day around, I wouldn't want to eat, and it was a cycle, vicious cycle, bro, for like weeks. And I started, my body was just changing, and I was like, no, like, then like I locked back in and like started like figuring out ways to deal with that, because I started changing the way of thinking food as just more of a fuel. That makes sense, Like, instead of looking at it as like, oh, I'm gonna go eat because I'm bored, or I'm gonna go eat because I'm craving this certain food. No, like, it's like I need to eat because I either just worked out. I'm gonna eat because I'm about to work out. You know what I mean? Or it's breakfast, first meal of the day, and then or dinner. And don't get me wrong, like, I still go out and I'll munch. Like, if I'm after like my show, I'm gonna go eat, a lot of food.
Yeah.
But I'm smart about it. I give myself a week, and then I'm back to the routine and everything.
So real quick, in case, I have this belief that in every episode there's someone in the audience who's going through something that you are on the other side of, and that this episode will reach whoever that human being is.
Yeah, I hope it does.
How did you start to change your relationship with food so that instead of to make it look as like fuel instead of something that was there for? I'm assuming when you were binge eating, it was almost for like comfort.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So
it was like comfort, and like also thinking like I wasn't gonna be able to eat like that again. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It was like almost like, oh man, I'm gonna give myself this day to just pig out. So I'm gonna go crazy, I'm gonna go balls to the wall. But like, and for me, what changed for me was that I would be like, those meals or like the cravings, those foods that I want at that time, they're gonna be there always. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm craving a Whataburger burger, that burger will always be there. So like, I can hold out, I can wait till next Sunday or next weekend to get it. Or if I'm craving a certain sweet treat or something like a sweet, like chocolate or whatever, candy, I'll be like, that candy's always gonna be there. So like, if I already had my Chimo or whatever, and I'm craving it again or craving something else after, like, okay, next week it's gonna be there. It's not like that's what I had to change, because I would be like, man, I'm not gonna let myself do this again. But as long as you're in the gym, you're staying healthy, and you have a conscious mind about it, it's gonna change and be better.
Was it hard for you to start going to the gym? Because I'm assuming you probably weren't that confident about your body at the time.
No, bro, because this is one thing I get from my mom a lot, is like, she's like very ambitious. My dad too, very ambitious people. And like, once they're told, and I'm the same way, like, that we can't do something, or that like there's a constant like joke or something, like, or something being brought up that we don't like, we're gonna fix it. And like, I would go in the gym and like, yeah, I mean, there's times where I'd be like, I'm not confident, like, what's going on, but like, I'm working my ass off. And like, I'd always just look, I'm like, I'm gonna outwork everybody that's in there right now. You know what I mean? So as long as like I'm gonna be pushing the weight, I would see the biggest guy. I know at the time I was young, I was like 15, 16 years old. And I would see the biggest guy, and I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna try to get close to his weight. I mean, at the time, ego lifting, call whatever, but like, it would be motivating. Now it's different. I train with, the science, and like, I'm not gonna go ego lift and I'm gonna get the full stretch and everything. But I would go in there, and I would just be like, okay, I want to try to, put up as much weight and get big, or like, feel strong. And took my mind off of what was going on in the mirror at the time. You know what I mean? It took more of like, okay, I'm going to push this weight, and I'm going to win today at the gym, if that makes sense.
In your early days, to the best, it makes a ton of sense. Mm-hmm. When you had a good workout, you and me both know that it took you years to look like how you do now. It wasn't like you went to the gym once and had pecs, abs, arms, shoulders.
I've changed. My physique has changed all over from these past 8 years.
So in the beginning of those 8 years, how did you feel at the end of the workout? Since your body wasn't changing yet, but did you feel just like, did you get an immediate like boost of confidence of like, I just did that?
Oh, dude, once I got my first compliment of being like, man, dude, you're looking skinny or lean, dude, it was like, what? Like, because it was like, for the longest time, I've never been called like lean or skinny, like my whole life. And when I first got called that, I was like, whoa, like, that's a cool feeling. Like, I'm going to keep going. And like, now, dude, it's like whenever people see me and they compliment my physique, and like, that's what's rewarding too, And I think what people need to understand is like, the gym is it's a thing that's you got to keep going and doing. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to keep up with it, you got to keep doing it over and over. And when the days that you don't want to go, or it gets tiring or boring, those are the days you got to be there more, or like you got to like push harder. You know what I mean? Yep. That makes sense. But yeah, dude, like, that right there is definitely the big motivation. Is like, once like I got told that, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna keep doing this. And now it's dope. Like, it's awesome that I get to inspire people with it and get them in that same boat. Because right now, dude, health is at an all-time low. Like, people are, America is not where it should be, for health.
And that's crazy to me too, because working out, I would think, would be so addicting.
It's so addicting.
Because think about it. You work out once. Let's say it's your first time in the gym. And if it's a good workout and you're sweating, you're sore the next day, I would think more people would just be immediately hooked.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I feel so good
Dude,
when I'm done with the hard workout.
Dude, Arnold said it best. I don't know if you've seen this like clip or anything, but he literally said, like, it's like if he's backstage pumping up and it's like he's having sex. Like whenever he literally said that, where he said a different word. But he said he felt like he was ejaculating, like when he was on stage with a pump. And like it is an addicting feeling. And that's how I don't get how people like, and I don't think it's like the sweating and the pump. I think it could be like they don't see the results as fast. Yeah. Like that's what's going to be that I don't want to do this anymore. Like I still look the same from the past month. But like it takes years, bro, for the body to change and to get, and our mind alters it too. When you look at yourself in the mirror, you still see the same person that was there 2 months ago, but people that don't see you, they're going to see a whole different, they're going to see a change, Yeah. Like body dysmorphia, bro, that's a big thing. Like I had it bad, bro, whenever I was first starting working out. Like it was crazy.
How do you sit with it now? Like if you were to walk to my bathroom and take your shirt off, you're that was weird, but whatever. No. How do you feel when you look at yourself today?
Oh, dude, I feel fine now. Like there's no here and there. I mean, like I'll be picky. I call it being picky. But now I feel blessed. I look at it differently now. Like if I'm able to breathe, walk, and see and do, like feel, touch, like dude, like that's all I want. And to be healthy, like waking up every day, like that's how I kind of looked at it more, instead of being like, oh man, like I look like this, I hate how I look, and just being like, at least I get to look at myself right now. At least I get to have these things, like at least I'm able to breathe. Like that's what changed it. And being in the gym helps because I'm able to be comfortable. You know what I mean? Even if I don't have my shirt on or anything, when I'm at the pool, like when I was younger, bro, being at the pool, I hated it. I hate going to the pool. Fuck that. I'm not gonna take my shirt off.
I resonate with that.
You know what I mean? Like,
yep.
I don't want to go to the pool, guys. Let's go to the park or something.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
But yeah, no way. I would try to wear my shirts and then be like, no, why are you wearing your shirt in the pool, bro? Like, I'm like, dude, like fuck off.
Yeah.
I remember as a kid, like I was just like, I don't want to take my shirt off, and now it's cool to look back and be like, it doesn't matter. Like I'm able to just be comfortable, and that's what's rewarding as well.
Yeah. Little transition here, but it's somewhat on topic. You are one of the few people who has a Bible verse in your Instagram bio, and you specifically have Matthew 19:26, which is, "With man, this is impossible, but with God, all things are possible." Yeah. What's your relationship with faith and with God these days?
Yeah, man, I actually got that Bible verse tatted on my ribs too. Yeah, bro, I have faith with God and everything, and I have a strong faith, and I think it's like my own relationship I like to have with it. Like, I don't go to church and everything, and but I do, because with me and what I've learned a lot is like I grew up Catholic and everything, but there's so much, like especially with God and everything, that there's questions that I'll read upon in my faith. Like I'll always have my faith, you know what I mean? God will always be up my number one and everything. But like with that Bible verse and everything, I remember when I first read it, that's whenever like everything was kind of going with baseball. Like whenever I was at my like struggling in baseball, and I remember reading it, I was like, that's true. As long as like I got God, like I'm fine. You know what I mean? Like and I read something else that said like, it's like your life's already panned out. It's already God's already got it for you, like made, you know what I mean? You just got to be able to have faith and walk the path with him. If that, like that. And once I started living like that, bro, smooth sailing, everything started smoothly. And there's just things like that where I'm like, yeah, there's no way that, and there's other things too that, there'll be questioning and everything, and that I will question, but I still will always have my faith.
Since it seems like God is a homie of yours, why do you not lean into it more? Like, why don't you go to church? Or
I think it's because with church, I feel like I can get misled into like thinking other things or seeing other, like learning differently, because I think it's like whenever like a priest or a preacher is up there and they're like speaking the word, it could be like I could take it in differently than someone else is going to take it, and it could not be the right way. You know what I mean? So for me, I'm like, I just want to have my relationship with God. Like you said, a homie. Like that's kind of how whenever I pray or I talk to him, like I talk to him like he's my homie, And like I think that's what he wants. He wants to like you to be able to have a relationship, as long as you have a relationship with them. You know what I mean? It's the people that don't have a relationship, I think, that will struggle.
What do you pray about?
I just pray about, bro, being safe, healthy, just having the right guidance to successfulness, having my family be healthy. It's kind of like a routine of the same prayer almost every time. But yeah, just the main things, bro. As long as he's there with that, it's all gonna flow well.
Do your parents still go to church?
No, they weren't. At a younger age, they were on the church bigger side, but no, not too much. Now they're the same way. They kind of just pray on their own and do their own thing with their own relationship with God.
Yeah.
No, my dad's kind of going through it right now because there's some things that happen with with life and everything, and he's questioning a little bit, but I'm still sticking him a little bit with it, asking him questions. How does he feel? Because I don't want to push it on him and be like, dude, no, I would I get his input and I talk to him about it, and there's still some different thoughts about it that he has now. Because he was a super, like I said, we're Catholic, one of the most. The faith Catholic, he prayed every day before he left and everything, and he was the guy I went to when anything about God, right? And so some things happen and everything, which everything all happens. You're always gonna question and see what happens. So he's questioned it a little bit, and he's going through his thing, and time will go, and he'll find he'll find his way and find, I guess, the close relationship, but.
Why did you decide to you got a lot of faith-based tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
So, sorry, I lost my train of thought.
No, you're good.
I sort of knew the question I wanted to get to, and then my brain just went, nope.
Yeah.
It is very important to you, though. Even though you're not going to church, because once you get something like that tattooed on yourself, that's on you forever, unless you get it covered up, and that's a big one, man. That's taking up a good 40% of your forearm right there.
Yeah, 100%. This was actually a big, something for me to remember, and I looked down at it because this was another time I was going through something in baseball, and I remember that I was praying to him every day because I was at JUCO still, and I thought it was my last year. I thought I was done. I was getting no calls for schools. Prayed to him every day about it, every single day. Please, just give me one more year. Give me one more year. Let me play. And after probably halfway or the fall semester went, and towards the end of the fall semester, I got an email from Radford, and that's whenever, and all that, I was like, dang, and it was out of nowhere too. Nothing. My phone was dry from getting calls from school. I had some schools interested, right? Some other Division 1s and everything, but nothing that boom, they offered me, and it was crazy. But Radford stuck out because when they emailed me, set up a phone call, they were just they were just in it, they were in it with me. They gave me an offer right off bat and everything just smooth. And it was just something that when I got it, I was like, yeah, that's because of God. So I was like, I'm going to get something. I remember I came across this cross and these hands praying with the rosary around it. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to get that as something to remind me that I can always pray to him about anything that I'm going through, whether I'm going through something crappy, shitty, can pray to him about it, Yeah. And that's why I like to same thing with this one. I walk by faith, not by fear in my hand. Another thing to remind me that as long as I can walk by faith, and I shouldn't fear nothing. You know what I mean? He's always gonna be by my side. I'm gonna walk with him, and everything's gonna be okay. Even whenever something's going bad, he's probably teaching me a lesson.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the sharpest swords are forged in the hottest fires. And it's like what you said earlier when you were talking about the job analogy. I think some people really beat themselves up when they don't get a job, and it's listen, it's just not the one you're supposed to have.
Yeah. 100%.
It's not your fault. It's not the employer's fault. It's nobody's fault. It just wasn't the right job for you.
And once you start looking at life like that, dude, it changes. With baseball, like I said, I grew up, everything was baseball. And then all of a sudden it was just gone. And it was man, why didn't it work out? I was constantly why? Why not? And then now the life that I live, and I look back and I'm like, that's why it didn't work out. Because if I would have kept playing baseball, one, I wouldn't, because I started falling out of love with the game and everything towards the end, and I wouldn't have been having fun. I wouldn't, you know what I mean? The money or whatever I wouldn't be happy playing baseball, even if I got drafted. I was getting calls from, I could have got drafted as a free agent in the later rounds and everything, but I wasn't gonna be happy. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go do this I'm going to go home. I'm going to do this social media. I started doing a little bit. It kind of started flowing a little bit. And I was like, I'm going to do the social media thing. And now, dude, I wouldn't trade my life for the world. So it's I look at it and I'm like, I had to go through that to learn everything that I did through baseball and everything to kind of put it to now. And I still go through my things, bro. Like I still go through my ups and downs, even with social media and everything. And I just look at it now as everything's a lesson. Everything's a lesson.
It's funny you bring up happiness because I have about 8 or 9 sticky notes on my mirror, and the one that's most important to me is one that just says your number one metric for the podcast is, are you having fun? Above anything else.
Yep.
Above anything else. If David is enjoying himself, I'm going to keep going.
That's awesome.
And I will never seriously consider shutting down the podcast unless I am just miserable. So thank you for continuing to make this a fun time for me.
Dude,
I'm going to keep going.
That. I love that, bro. I love that. Always keep going. Yeah, but like as you said, like if you're not having a good time in what you're doing, or like you're not having fun, you're not happy, like there's no reason you should be doing it. You know, do something that you're going to be happy in. Life is so short. Excuse me. You don't know when your last day could be, you know, so why not live every day happy, live every day comfortable, wanting to do what you want to do in life. You know, I know some people maybe not be able to like have those opportunities, but I think they can create those opportunities. They can put themselves in those opportunities for them to come.
Yeah. Rilan, one of my biggest questions for you, since we probably have like 20, 30 minutes left, give or take, social media, hot topic. There have been books and articles and podcasts written and distributed about how it is ruining our kids, how it's this bad, evil thing. There's a lot of really hot opinions on social media, depending on who you're talking to. If you talk to someone like me, I would say I love it because it's how I market the podcast.
100%.
And if social media didn't exist, no one would know this exists.
100%, yeah.
I have some of the teens at the gym that I referenced to. They are on their fence with their relationship with it because they do hate when they have realized they've been doom scrolling for 4 hours. They're like, fuck me, why did I just do that?
Yeah, no, I think there's 2 ways you can go about it, right? Like you said, you can take it as it helps us with marketing and helps us with actually more knowledge. I mean, it could be false knowledge sometimes too. But the kid that just doom scrolled for 4 hours, that was his decision. Do you know what I mean? Like I can catch you and it can like, you know, be addicting, but you can still change that. You know what I mean? You can still be like, you know, I don't try to never scroll, bro, on TikTok. I maybe for like, if I'm, you know, on the toilet taking a shit. Like,
sure. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
But I won't be just in my room on my bed, just like scrolling, because I do a lot of stuff the other day, 1, but 2, it's just like, like that's what they want us to do. That's what that app is made to do. You know what I mean? It's to keep people at home, just door dashing food and not going to the gym, not being healthy. And yes, you can go about it and be like, oh, that's social media, but I was having this conversation with my dad the other day, and it was about the algorithm, and he was talking about his algorithm and how he just thinks that he doesn't know what algorithm is, like how social media really works. So he thinks like all these videos he's getting is just like, it's like it could be like politics or something that he doesn't like. He's like, I get all these videos and I don't even like them. Like, and I'm like, well, do you like watch a certain video for a certain amount of seconds that, you know? And he's like, yeah, like I'll come, and I'm like, yeah, so that's how it works. Like, so you can create your own algorithm. Like with mine, it's all business or like motivational stuff. Like, so when I do doom scroll, I'm doom scrolling on motivational stuff for me to get up and go do shit. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna be doom scrolling, doing some, you know, and you can create your own algorithm. That's what I did, and I told my dad that. And anybody else that says like, oh, social media is ruining, I think like with the kids and everything, let your kids, you know, be on social media, but like have the right knowledge. You know what I mean? Make sure they're reading the right knowledge, or like, and I know it's crazy, like, because it's all open format, like TikTok. Anybody, like, you know, 5-year-old can be on iPad and, you know, be on TikTok and learn just some crazy stuff. But I think social media is, yes, it's hurting, but it's also super beneficial.
As you have seen your followers rise from 500 to 1,000, 20,000, and what's it now, like 46 or something?
Yeah,
Or
I'm
am I
at
way
45K now. I think, yeah, 45K.
As you've been walking the social media journey that you're on, have you ever seen you either sway into more confidence, or has it ever affected like your ego or your pride at all?
I wouldn't say my ego or pride, but I will say that it has affected my emotions before. Just like if I don't post for a certain amount, like if I take too long of a break from posting, I'll get anxious or I'll get like frustrated and be like, I need to do better. I need to be on top of my stuff and post more and everything. And I think that's something that I don't like about it, is that like, so, I mean, I get it's like my job and everything, but sometimes like it'll be on my mind all day and like my emotions will change from it. Like I'll be more like irritated, that stuff, and like certain small things would like piss me off if I haven't posted, you know. But like if I'm on top of my stuff and I'm posting constantly, like every day, like how I should, I'm in a better mood. So like that's something that I will say like that could definitely mess with his emotions and everything.
That actually has caused you frustration and anxiety if you go a couple days without.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. Like I'll just feel like I'm not living up to my standard, if that makes sense. Like not my emotion, not my ego or pride's getting hurt. It's like people are wanting to see what I'm up to. You know what I mean? And like that's what I need to stay on top of. And like this is what I do. It's a blessing to have the job that I do and the stuff that I do, and it could easily be taken away. And that's what I don't want.
Yeah, I have had these random thoughts of like, what if some other country like shut the internet down? That would be really sad. Yeah. I have all my stuff backed up on like literally a little black box, so the podcast would still exist. But I'm like, even if I have all these episodes in my hand, if someone wanted to listen, how would I get this out
That's
there?
That's crazy. Yeah, no, it's crazy how like the internet, man, if it gets taken away, it'd be crazy. The world would, I don't know what the world would do. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot of stuff has been on internet, and once this AI thing really takes off, dude, it's gonna be crazy. Like AI is gonna be everywhere. It is everywhere now, but like it's gonna be crazy. I think in the next couple of years.
What are your thoughts about the future?
I haven't even got that far yet, bro.
Sorry.
No.
Well, you like, are you hopeful? I'll be 100% honest and say I'm hopeful / anxious. I love where the podcast is going. I love getting to meet people like you, but I think I'm a little anxious to see how AI changes reality over 100%. The next 5 to 20 years.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I think the future with AI and everything, there's just so much false knowledge that we were talking about earlier, and how AI can just kind of make it so quickly and make it people get the false knowledge and like kind of do different stuff. But it's so smart, bro. Like it's crazy how like I think it's really gonna run the world, and I think that I hope it just doesn't get to a point where like it gets
we have an AI president.
Yeah, dude, that would be crazy. Dude, I wouldn't even doubt it, bro. Like, because if you think of like, I could see that happening, and that's whenever I guess the robots would take over, right?
Yeah.
But no, yeah, I mean, I think AI is cool. It can get a lot of stuff done, bro. But I think it's gonna be the future for sure. It already is. Especially like those Waymos, the self-driving cars. Mm-hmm. Those are crazy to me. You know what I mean? Like, hold on real quick. What's your take on like the moon landing and everything?
I don't know if I have a take on that.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like that. I think could have been fake. I don't know.
Why?
There's a lot of things that my brother said something the other day too. It's like whenever it took off to space and everything, like when it got to the moon, how did it not like with all the equipment and everything, all the like that you needed, it's got to be perfect to take off. So on the moon, it just didn't have any of the equipment that it had here, and it just came back like. And I think like I read something too that Photoshop has been around a lot longer than what we think, and I think it's the same thing with like this AI stuff. I think AI has been around for a lot longer than what we think, and same thing with Photoshop back then, but none of us knew about it, and so they were using it to manipulate news and stuff like that. And I think that it could have been Photoshop. Don't get me wrong. Like I mean, like yeah, there's a little bit that's like yeah, I mean it's real, but like still like I'm like like, I'm gonna question it. You know, like especially like if we really don't know and if we're trying to beat Russia to go to the moon, like why not? We're gonna win. I would try to do everything I can. You know.
I will be the first person that will say question everything.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
like my motto in life is it's not bad to question everything. That being said, I don't think I've ever had any doubts around that one.
No.
I don't buy into any of those particular conspiracy theories. It's not. Now, if we were being told that like we had also left people there and we have a colony of like 20 people and maybe that was like all the information we got, I'd be like, are they really still up there? Why haven't we heard anything about this for a while? But I don't know. It doesn't seem like that crazy of a claim to me.
There's another thing I was like wondering too, is like how come we haven't gone back yet? Like there's like a thing that says we haven't been back since, and I feel like the technology we have now like is a lot way better than. But because like when they left, my brother said that some car like AC. I don't think ACs were in cars yet. Like whenever the moon landing was happening, so like we don't even and the calculators they were using were like the typing ones. I don't know, dude. It's just crazy to me. I'm like, I don't know, man.
What conspiracy theory do you believe in the most? Or maybe is your favorite one?
I would say that the life, or like we live in a matrix. I think we live in a simulated thing that the government definitely, especially growing up as kids, going to school, the 9 to 5, I think that's all made to kind of make us work like rats, or the rat race almost. I believe in that for sure. There's just a lot of things like that line up with it, like especially when someone has all that power, like if like a whoever's all the way up, I don't know, like the president or whoever, right, that just makes all the calls for what goes on in America. I think that it's all made to have control over people, and I think like with someone that has all that control, they're gonna make anything work to keep that control. So like fast food, there's so many fast food joints. The way they compete is, why not put something in the food, to keep them addicted? And there's studies that show like all that stuff, like the red dye, that stuff is like it's made to keep us addicted and to get us sick. I think that's that's there to do that, to keep that in that rat race, to make sure that to keep people at a comfortable spot, or like the same spot in life, and not level up and not go and do what the free will is, and that's to go live your life, be happy,
If that was true, let me play devil's advocate to this for a minute.
No, yeah, 100%.
You take a city like Austin, or you take a show like Shark Tank, and I feel like the rise of entrepreneurship is at like the highest it's ever been.
Yeah.
You go, there's a group that I go walking with, not during the summertime because it's too hot, but it's about 100 people that get together every Saturday morning, and 80% of that group is entrepreneurs. So if you make a generalization about how many more people in Austin are entrepreneurs, there's a lot. If the American dream was actually the American nightmare and something set up by the government to keep us all in control, don't you think they would make entrepreneurship a little bit harder? I feel like they would be trying to combat that somehow. I
can see that, but I think also that's how social media, like with the marketing in it that's in it now, that's why entrepreneurship is at an all-time high, because you can scale any business now. With TikTok, you could scale any business. You can go. I saw the other day this guy is getting paid to pick up dog poop. You know what I mean? Like that's a business, and he makes probably millions. And I think he's got now, or when he first started, it was just him, and now he's got a whole business, people doing it for him, and other cars. He's got his own little vans, and it says on there, it's like the Pooper Scooper or something. Call 210 Pooper Scooper. Like it's crazy. I think that's just with social media. I saw it on TikTok, and it's easy to market, and it's easy to, blow up as long as you're posting about it all the time. And I think that's why the entrepreneurship is honestly scaling up.
What gives you hope for the future, Rilan?
I'd say what gives me hope is, probably just like me being me, bro. Like I think I'm just gonna keep living life, like living by my morals, living, doing what I know that I need to do in life, and just honestly live life to its fullest. That's kind of what the future of that I want the hope for. But whatever happens, man, and it's all, can't do nothing about it.
Where do you think it comes from that you want to help people write their own story? I love that about you. And not everyone has that. Did that come from your parents, you think, in your upbringing somewhat?
Yeah, I think so. Like my parents, they always told me to, be unique. Do what you want. Don't let others alter how you want to feel, alter how you want to be. Be who you want to be yourself. I think that, and then also just kind of when I was sitting in the strip club that one night, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna change my life and I'm gonna write my own story. And you can ask a lot of my friends, I always tell them like I want to live life to where they're gonna make a movie about me. Like get to where I'm doing something so crazy in life that there's a movie made about me. And maybe one day it will, maybe one day it won't, but I'm going to live life, and I'm going to try to live a life to where if someone knows who I am, they're like, yeah, that Rilan guy, he lived his fucking life. Like that's what I want. And I want, like, Jordan Belfort, Wolf of Wall Street?
Oh, of course.
Dude, love that movie. So I watched that movie too, and that was another big thing. And I was like, man, dude, like they made a movie about this guy. He's doing fucking drugs, and he's making all his money. Like, I could do that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like.
You could do drugs, and you could make money.
Could do that, man. Yep.
Why'd you get into DJing recently? Was that just a little more money? Is it something for fun? What's going on there?
Dude, I love music. I love music. I will listen to music all day, every day. In my truck, I don't think I'm sat in my apartment when I'm just chilling. Music's playing. Like, I love music, bro, and it's such a emotional. Like, you don't even have to know. Like, it doesn't have to be the same language. Just off the beat, and if it's a good beat and everything, you could be having a good time with somebody. And when I would go out and go to these festivals or these clubs and everything, and I would see how these DJs would just like get everybody happy, everybody going, I'm like, man, like, I want to do that. I want to get people happy. I want to get people going, jumping up and down. You know, like being in a moment where they're free. You know what I mean? Like to give people that, you know, feeling. It's awesome. So like I was like, I'm gonna learn how to DJ. It's fun. There's a lot of money in it. You know, like these festivals and these clubs, they make so much money. These DJs, they make crazy money. But yeah, bro, I think it's just being able to give people that freedom, that feel free moment. I'm gonna dance my ass off, and I don't care who's watching. You know, that's how like me and my group, my people that I go out with, my homies and everything. Dude, we'll be out on the dance floor all night, not caring who's watching, not caring who's there. You know, we're just having a good time.
Have you got to DJ yet, or are you still like in training?
Dude, so I mean, I've actually gotten pretty decent, and I've only been practicing for like about 2 weeks now, maybe a week.
So this is very new.
Very new,
Okay,
very new. But like
okay.
I've been practicing like 3 hours a day, bro. Like I've been grinding at night, in the morning, and I actually got asked to play at some after party that was happening on Friday night, or Thursday night, some after. And they're like, bro, will you come DJ? Like, you know, we've been seeing you, and I'm like, I was down, but I don't have a speaker and the cord yet for my board. I just have the board in my laptop, and they had a speaker, but they didn't have the cord for the board. So I was like, oh man, I can't do it. So I have to now get a cord and a board. Now we're gonna have to go invest into that. But no, I haven't got any gigs yet. But I think I'm gonna start here in the next couple weekends at my mom's friend's bar, just to practice there.
Heck
and
yeah.
it's a little dive bar, be in there practicing. And then I know a lot of owners in San Antonio that own some clubs, and I'm definitely gonna try to hit them up and see where we can go with that.
Well, I hope you are in love with your board as much as I am in love with mine.
Dude, I was looking at it, dude. I was like, that's sick.
It's overkill. If any podcaster asked me if they have to have that, I'd be like, well, yes and no. Yes, because it's pretty and it's cool. No, because really the alternative is you just get a box called an interface. It's red, and it just has a bunch of holes to plug the mics and the headphones into.
You can do so much with it, so much extra stuff. Like
It's
the
so
music,
cool.
the applause that you added in there.
Yeah,
like, dude, yeah.
And you can control the levels in real time. It's bright lights. Like the kid in me had to have that board.
100%. That's awesome. I saw it and I was like, yo, that's sick. Like, this is legit. Like,
I used to have it propped up over here, and it was like up so the audience could see it, but it just wasn't efficient. So now it's just there for you and me to enjoy, and
Gotcha.
Dad.
Yeah, and Dad.
Yeah,
He's right next to it.
I don't know if he's enjoying it, but he's sleeping peacefully. So,
That's awesome.
you want to do one more card?
Yeah, let's do it.
This one is going to be slightly more.
Can we not do a cursive one? I can't do cursive. The last one frightened me.
Okay, I took out the one. You should be good for these.
Perfect. I can definitely read this. It says, how will you control your own greed? That's actually, I watched Scarface over again like 2 weeks ago. And that's crazy because it's a big like learning thing or learning aspect in that movie is greed. Controlling my own greed. I think that in this world, it's easy to be greedy and take advantage of people. I think as long as you're always trying to help others and be positive and always, you know, not trying to fuck over somebody, I think that's controlling your greed. Because I think greedy comes from enviness. So being like envy of someone, trying to like, you know, wishing bad upon somebody. Like I think like that you should never be doing that. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like that's just terrible. Like you worry about what your life is going, what you can control. You know, so I think like people can get greedy super easily. And like I said earlier, man, like as long as I wake up every day, I'm breathing, I'm able to walk, I'm living life. Like I don't have nothing to be envy about. My life's good. Everything, life could be always worse. You know what I mean? Like there's people that don't have the freedom that, you know, we have, and that, you know, don't have the food that we can eat, you know, and that's what's crazy is like people take full advantage and just lose thought about that. like that they get to eat every day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some people don't get to eat every day, and that's where like people get greedy, and that's where like they won't know until it's taken from them, you know. And then they're like, oh man, like this is real. So I think that's how you can control your own greed.
I like that answer.
Thank you.
Rilan, before I ask you my last couple questions here, I'd like to pay you a compliment. You did very good today. You know,
thank you. Thank
you're
you.
22 years old. You're very articulate. I like how you think. This has been a fun interview. I'm not gonna lie. Usually when I'm reaching out to people, I don't know their age because we don't. You know, we can only have their pictures. But if someone looks like they're like under 25-ish, I'm like, I don't know if they have enough life experience.
Yeah,
I'm
100%.
gonna move on to the next.
Thank you for
person.
having me, David. I really appreciate it. This
Yeah,
is
you're
awesome,
welcome, man.
This
Did
is
you have
awesome.
fun?
I'm having a great time. You know,
And we touched on some serious topics, and you kept your cool, and you kept answering.
Oh,
I feel like
yeah.
you answered everything very genuinely, and
I always try to keep it real.
I appreciate that. I don't think this is an easy interview. I think we have a lot of fun, and I try to laugh a lot and keep it like as light as possible.
100%.
But there have been some people where, as I've been talking to them, I'm like, I don't think you should come on.
That's crazy. That's funny. But
in the smart people, I think that it's also very wise for the guests, any guests that maybe are listening to this episode, to listen to at least one. I've had a lot of people who they listen first, and I think it's good homework because your episode is going to be very unique to you. But yeah, just good rule of thumb. If you're invited on a podcast, listen to one of the episodes before you go on. It's good to know the host. Did you listen?
I watched a couple clips, like whenever I was on TikTok and everything.
Good enough.
And then I think I saw, whenever we first talked, I saw like 10 minutes of one, like one of your first ones or second ones, I think.
You went back that far?
Yeah. Or it was like the bottom one, like really towards the bottom of the YouTube channel.
You went to the sucky ones. Watch a more recent one, everyone. Don't watch the first 3.
I thought they were great. I mean, I think all of them, even the clips I see on TikTok, I think they're great.
I appreciate that, man, very much. I think the original episodes were good, but I think they have been getting better the longer things
and that's
go
how
on.
that's how it's always gonna be, right? Like even with my socials, bro. If I go back to when I first started social media, you'd be like, dude, what is this? You know what I mean? You'd
Yeah,
be like,
it's here it is. This is
Yeah.
this is like the very first picture that you posted.
actually, yeah, it is. That's like this Thursday.
I had to scroll for a few minutes to find that one.
That was at the bottom.
Yeah. All right, 2 quotes that I love that you put on your Instagram, and that I resonate with very much. You posted on July 12th, 2022. I would show you the picture, but I have no idea where my phone is. So
Man, I hope you didn't lose it.
nah, I didn't. It's
somewhere
sitting here somewhere. Is it behind the computer? Is it sitting right there on the table?
I don't see it right there.
And it's not under my chair, right? On the floor?
I don't see it there.
It's gone. Thad took
Crazy.
it. It doesn't matter. You said you got to be odd to be number 1.
Yeah, you do.
What is the oddest thing about you, my friend?
There's a lot of odd things about me, and I'd say like if you know a lot of people that are close to me, they'd be like, yeah, that guy's a little weird. You know what I mean? But I would say, man, bro, it might sound maybe not crazy odd, but I think it's just my obsession with the gym, bro. Like it's a full obsession. Like it's no doubt like going 6 days a week, and it's like that will control my emotions too, like and how I feel throughout the day, and if I don't get my workout in, or if I'm not working out by a certain time, or if it's getting late, I'm like, man, I need to work out, like, and it will control me, because I'd say like it's like a super crazy obsession like that. I think it could be a little odd, like how I guess into it I am into it, but yeah, not off the top of my head I could think of another crazy odd one.
I think the fact that you're just sort of living the life the way you're living it is sort of odd to some people.
Yeah, that too, man. Yeah, the way I do kind of like go about my life is very to the fullest. Like we talk about, always trying to live to the fullest. I don't want to have no regrets ever, in life. I don't want to look back and be like, man, I wish I could have done that. I wish I could have done this better. It's like, no, why not do it now?
My second favorite one, or another favorite one, on February 6th, you posted that you're delusional until it happens.
Yeah.
You remember that one?
Dude, yeah. So that one was, I came across a quote. I don't know if it was like the exact quote that was like that, but it was something that had to do with like you have to be delusional in your own dreams for them to come true. Because you could tell everybody what you want to do in your life and, what you want to do and how you want to go about it. but they'll look at you like you're crazy. And it's crazy, bro, because when I told people that I was gonna do the social media thing, I was gonna be, doing the fitness stuff, and everybody that I would tell, this was before, bro, I had like 2,000 followers. I'd be like, yeah, I do social media, and I do fitness. And they'd ask my IG, and they're like, you only have like 2,000 followers. Like, what do you mean? And I'm like, yeah, no, but I still do it. Like, they would look at me like I was fucking crazy. They'd be like, you're not. You just post on Instagram. And I would always get told, and it's crazy. Like, remember one time I got told by a girl, she would tell me like, you're not no da-da-da-da, like going off on me, bro, about me thinking I was like, oh, you sound crazy. And I was like, oh, so I guess they think I'm delusional, I'm crazy. And then it all started working out. And back to what I was saying earlier too about altering your reality is like, bro, like if you truly believe into something that you can do, it's going to happen. Like if it's going to come true, you have to believe it though. If you have any second thought in your brain, that's that little bit of ness that you're thinking, that's what's going to take over, and that's what's going to win. You got to be crazy. You got to be delusional about what you want in life and where you want to go, especially if it's something that you really want bad.
Yeah. That's like another sticky note I have on the mirror in my bathroom says to take every action around the podcast as if it's the next big thing.
Hell yeah.
And I think that's a great mentality
I love
to work
that,
on
yeah.
so I have someone that's going to come over hopefully in the next week or two to upgrade a few things. Because I want to treat this as if I'm as big as Rogan or whoever the biggest podcast is.
You have to do that. Like you have to, they say fake it till you make it, right? That's a big thing but it's not really faking it. It's believing in it. Believe in it till you make it. Keep thinking it. Like whenever before I was doing the social media stuff, I already was telling people I was doing it. I was telling people what I was going to do, even though it hadn't happened yet. And it would just everything was kind of just falling into itself as I kept just believing in it. And I'd be at the gym late at night, bro, and I'm like, it's going to work. I'm going to figure it out. Like there's no plan B. That's what I told myself. There's no other option. Like, this is it. If you don't figure this out now, you're done. Your life is fucked. That's how I looked at it. And once I started looking at it like that, and that's with everything now that I've learned. And so I did that. And then like, I have some Airbnbs now that I own, that I'm going to I'm building up one right now. And with that too, it's like just thinking like that. I'm now doing that business, parents' restaurant that I want to take over and grow that. And it's all with the mentality of being delusional, Because if you tell someone that don't have the same mindset, they're going to look at you like, dude, you're fucking crazy. Like, why are you doing all that? But it's like, you think it's crazy, but that's my normal, Like, that's how I look at it. Like, I have to do all that stuff my day. Like, I don't, whole day, bro, I probably am at my apartment at night and morning. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm out doing stuff.
Yeah, I have some people, I wonder, I'm going to out myself a little bit here, but I wonder how many of the percentage of people I've met in Austin think that I'm podcasting full time. Because similar to you, whenever I meet someone for the first time and they say like, what do you do? I say, oh, I host a podcast.
Yeah. Dude, and that goes a long way. That's awesome.
And I think I'm starting to believe it myself.
Dude, you are, bro. This is the whole thing, bro. I love it.
I mean, I do host it, but like one of my close buddies just found out yesterday that I have a full-time job, and he's like, it's not just the podcast.
What else do you do, David?
I'm a recruiter.
Oh, okay. That's what's up. Yeah. That's dope. Yeah,
it's a fun job.
Yeah.
I talk to people all day. I talk to people about jobs, and then I shut off that computer, open up that computer. I talk to you about life.
That's awesome. They say that, bro. I mean, like, so whenever I came back from baseball, I was doing small group training for a little bit, and then I went to go be a trainer at Lifetime, and they say you gotta work the 9 to 5 or whatever, or work to fund the 5 to 9 or the 5 to 9. You know what I mean? Like, and that's true. You gotta work. There's no way around it. You gotta somewhere and a lot of, there's some kids or, younger people that, they will blow up on social media and they'll never have to work a day in their life. But if you want to be successful in life, bro, you have to work. You have to get after it. There's no easy road. Some people do have it maybe paved out because, they had the generational, things work out for them. But I think that you gotta work for it. You gotta work hard. You have to.
You know what's funny? Even though I've been working, quote unquote, for those on Spotify or whatever, more in the last 2.5 years of my life, I've never had more fun.
Dude, it's crazy.
Isn't it weird?
I feel like you feel like that. That's awesome, bro. Like, I feel like that's rich in life.
Yeah.
Not money, not the jewelry, that's not rich. Rich in life is being able to go to bed at night, you're happy, and you can go to sleep peacefully.
Yeah.
That's rich, bro. Like, a lot of people, they want the fame, they want the money, they want all this stuff, and then when they get it, they're still not happy. They're still pieces of shit or assholes, you know? Like, and it's like, there's no reason to be like that in this world. There's no reason. I'm a big positive energy guy.
Yeah.
Keep the positive energy, always glass half full, you know, and there's no reason to be negative at all in the world, ever.
It's funny because I've met a few rich people over the last couple of years, and they are some of the most miserable people I know. I'm not saying that that's true of all of them. I want to be a happy rich person one day just to show that it can be done.
100%. And I think that's
sort of
dope.
like your movie thing.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, dude. Yeah. And that's what's cool is, like, people will see that and use that as motivational. You know what I mean? Like, they're gonna see, like, oh, David, you know, he did this podcast, like, and now he's doing this, and you know, if David can do it, I can do it. You know what I mean? That's what I want. If people see what I do on social media, they're like, oh, well, if Rilan can do it, I can do it. Do you know? Like, I that's my biggest thing, and is like, a lot of people I think hold themselves to such a lower standard of what they can truly unlock in their life.
It's unfortunate,
But
that's why we do what we do.
We do, yeah.
So
and
we
that's
can try
why
to help people see that they can change the story.
It's awesome. It's a great thing.
Yeah, Rylan, what else do you want to talk about? Anything else you want to yap about here before we wrap things up?
No, man. I mean, I asked you. You said you recruiting and everything. And how long have you been working out for? You said
20 years.
20 years, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah.
I started working out on accident. My car was broken, and a buddy of
I
mine
want to hear your origin story. Your what do they say? Your not your victim or your villain story of why you got your villain story. Let me hear it, David.
Well, I'll give you the one of how I got into the gym. My car was broken, so a buddy of mine was taking me to and from school every day. Very nice of him to give me rides while I was trying to find money for the car. And one day he's like, hey, there's this gym opening up, and I want to stop by and apply for a job. Do you mind? And I said, no, not at all. So we go in, and while he's applying, the manager, Christy Sullivan, walks up to me, and she's like, who are you? I said, I'm David. She says, are you working? I said, nope. And she said, how old are you? I said, 18. She puts an application in my hand and says, fill it out. So I fill it out.
Wow.
She takes it back. She looks it over. She's like, go over to that table. Interview with that lady. Interviewed with a lady named Melissa. The next morning at 7:30 a.m., I'm still in bed asleep. My phone rings. Hey, you got the job at California Family Fitness. Welcome to the team. Your first day is this Saturday, 8 o'clock. Can you be there? It's like, okay.
Wow.
So me and my buddy Ed were working at this gym together, and he was like, we have access to this awesome gym for free, and we both looked like shit, and we're not taking advantage of any of it. Maybe we should start working out. And I fell in love with it. Funny thing about the job, that ended up turning into an 11-year career where I was a general manager for them. I helped them open a couple new sites. I helped them turn a couple of their non-profitable locations into turning a profit. My best one was one that was losing $60,000 a month, and by the time I left, we were making $200,000 a year. So that was a really good turnaround. And I stayed there for 11 years, man. It was a great job that I got on accident.
That's crazy. Things happen for a reason, bro. It all just falls into place. That's actually crazy. And what part of Cali are you from? Or
North, Sacramento.
Okay, that's what's up. I got some homies that stay at Orange County and I think Long Beach.
Yep.
Cali. Yeah. I got some homies that stay out there. They do the social media stuff and the fitness stuff. They're actually killing it right now.
Good for them.
Yeah, dude, they're killing it right now. Yeah, I don't know if you've ever heard of Silver Regime or anything, like the clothing brand. Dude, yeah, they're big, some big faces on there for that brand, and it's a big brand in the gym world. So I'm so happy for them. They're killing it.
You ever been to Manhattan by chance?
I haven't. No.
You have any desire to go?
I want to go to that the East Coast. I've only been like on the Virginia. That's East Coast.
Yeah.
I'm not too good with geography.
I'm also very bad with geography.
Dude, I had a coach as a teacher, so that's why I think where it all went wrong. My coach was my teacher, so I was just in class not paying attention, bro. But yeah, so the East Coast. I've really been to Virginia. I think, yeah, I want to go to New York soon. I want to go visit Boston too, Manhattan and everything, and just go check out that side. I'm going to Chicago in a couple weeks.
Nice.
Yeah,
First time?
First time. I've been to Illinois, right outside of Chicago. When I was at Tennessee, we would go gamble in Illinois and everything. It's like right outside of Chicago, I think. I don't forget what this casino is called, but yeah, I'm going for a festival. It's called ARC. I'm excited, bro. So
What kind of music?
it's like EDM and house music and some techno stuff. But
Okay.
yeah, it's fun. I love festivals. I love house music, bro. I love all kinds of music. You know.
You really do, don't you?
I do. I love
And
anything.
you like dancing.
I do, man. I'm gonna dance a lot when I'm at ARC.
Are you a good dancer?
Some say I do. I just kind of flow with the rhythm, bro. Some say I kind of look crazy. Some say, but I mean, I'm in there, bro. I mean, I'm fist pumping. I'm doing everything I can, you know. But the girls love it too, bro. They like to dance. Girls love to dance.
Outside of ARC, do you have any plans in Chicago, or is it mostly just around that?
Yeah, we're gonna go venture and see what's up, and go tour the city and everything. Go flick the bean, you know.
Yeah.
So.
Does Central Park in New York, do they do music festivals there?
I'm not sure.
I feel like that's one of those kind of parks where they're like, no, it's sacred. We would never do that.
Yeah, I don't know about a festival, but I know that house music's big out there in New York. One of my homies, he actually lives here. His name's Bruce. I don't know if you know Bruce. He owns The Cut. It's like an after-hour spot. He's a DJ too. But yeah, he just went to New York, and dude, it was on like a rooftop, and like it was packed, sun setting. It was sick, bro. And I was like, dang, like, and they were getting down, and I think right now house music and like is blowing up right now, and like it's a big trending thing, because it's just music that makes you feel good, bro. There's no lyrics to it. It's all beats. Everybody is, you know, doing the same thing. Everybody's there for a good time.
Yeah,
that's what's cool.
The new Golds plays a lot of house, and it's really nice.
Yeah.
Dude, this is the first gym that actually plays good music.
Yeah.
It's so good. And me and my buddies have commented on it a few times, and we're like, you know what? If you forgot your headphones and you're working out here, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world.
Dude, I don't know. I'm a big headphone guy.
I am too, but I'm saying if you were to forget, that's the gym to go to.
Dude, I've been times where like I forgot my headphones and I'm itching off the pre already, bro. And I go back. I go drive all the way back to my house or my apartment, and I go grab my headphones, and I'll be itching, just tingling all through my body. But headphones are a big part because I think it just helps me lock in a lot more. Because I have really bad ADHD, and when I don't have my headphones on, dude, I'll just like, oh, it's fucking squirrel, bro. I'm gonna be real. I'll look around. Oh shit. I'll be counting, bro. I'm like 1, 2. Did I lock the door? 4. Oh shit. Do you know what I mean, bro? Like, did I lock my door? Wait, is the oven on? Did I leave the stove on? Oh shit, hold on. 9, is that 10? No, 12. And I'm like, all right, whatever. Just go to failure. So headphones help me lock in a lot better. But
yes, they
house,
do.
But Gold's does play nice house. I remember I was there too. The one at the back at home at Ben Air Shows, they play good house music too. My dad's getting in a house. I just put him on.
Awesome.
Dude, he's 60 years old, and he's like, we were building something at my Airbnb, and I had the speaker out and playing house, and dude, he was like, dude, this music's awesome. Like, and I'm like, right? Like, I'm like, you're head bopping. Like, imagine you see like 50 other heads doing the same thing, and like we're all having a good time. Like, and so when we were in Vegas, we went to a couple, but he wants to go to a festival, bro, and I want to take him to a festival.
Dude, you should.
I want to take him to a festival. He wants to go so bad. He wants to go to a rave, and he wants to see what it's like, and he wants to fist pump, and I'm like, we're going to go. Like, I'm going to take you, and my mom, on the other hand, she doesn't want to do that, but I told my dad maybe we'll have a boys trip or something and go.
You should.
Yeah.
You ever see that one video? I don't think it was house music, but the video starts out, and it's outside music concert, and everyone's sitting on this grass, and this one dude starts dancing. So he's the only dude of the thousands of people there dancing. And then
they all went over there. Yes,
yeah.
It's crazy, bro. Dancing's contagious. Like, you know, like, and what's crazy is I think a lot of those people that went over there were girls. Like, you know, he was probably looking weird, but he had all the girls around him. You know what I mean? Like, but dude, yeah, I saw that video, and then it turned into like a big mosh pit.
Yeah, good for him. I want to be that guy. I want to be the one that's confident enough to do the thing that no one else is doing because I want to do it.
Yep, dude, that's crazy. That's a lot. That's a lot with the social media thing too. A lot of people are scared to post because they're worried about what other people are going to think or say about them. So I think that's what was a big thing whenever I was posting. When I first started, I was posting everything, bro. Anything I wanted, it didn't matter, and I didn't care what people were going to think or say. And I'd go back to school. I'd have my TikToks get sent to me at school or whatever, and they would be saying whatever, but I'd be like, I don't care. Like, what is it gonna change? You know what I mean? Like, what you think about me, you already have that thought in your head. I'm not gonna try to change that thought. Yeah. I'm gonna do what I want to do.
Yeah, a couple people have asked me. A couple of prior podcast guests have asked me how I keep it up, and I just use a calendar to
Yeah.
be on, because it does help.
Does that help?
It do a ton.
Really, my mom tells me that she's like, you need to be on a calendar. Because dude, everything I do is like in my phone or off the top of the head. Like I need a calendar maybe, or maybe a PA like we were talking about. Oh wow,
It's on my social media stuff.
that's cool. That's like that. What's a website?
Yeah.
That's sick.
I'll send you a link if you want to check it
Yeah,
out.
yeah. Send me that link. I want to check it out. And it's like super user friendly, easy to use.
Yeah.
Nice, nice.
You can be stupid and you can figure that out.
I think ChatGPT can do something like that too. They can even sell items for you now and list. Like if you want to sell, let's just say you have a bunch of stuff from Marketplace, like Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
You tell Chat, oh, I have this. Take a picture. You put it in there, and you're like, okay. And then you have to like link it up with something, but it will go on eBay or all Craigslist, all of them, and post it for you with the description and everything. It's crazy.
That's nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, it helps not going into social media
What-
because with the calendar.
Oh yeah.
So I never actually have to open Instagram or TikTok or YouTube because it just posts it for me.
Oh,
and
that's
so I think
sick.
that helps because I think a lot of people, to your point, probably are worried about what people think about you.
Mhm.
And I'm like, if you just never go in there,
Yeah, 100%.
you just don't
That's
think
cool
about
that
it.
it posts it for you too. That's
Yeah.
actually really cool. I'm gonna look into that because that's a big thing. Like I said, if I had an assistant or someone to help me like post and keep up with the emails and everything, it'd free up a lot of time to start something else.
How many hours a day are you spending on email?
Dude, honestly, it's probably like one day out of the week where like I'll go through it and just like go through everything because like I'm not on my phone like a lot of people think I am because like I am posting, but like I post and then I'm off my phone. If I post a story, I'm off my phone after that. Like I'm not on my phone like that, and so emails and everything, like it's if I'm taking a shit, I'm on the toilet, I'll be like, let me check the emails real quick, or something like that. Like and I was really bad with that in school, but man, it is something like that would be definitely beneficial if I had someone to help me with that. But yeah, no, I mean maybe like a day out of the week, I'll fully sit down and just go through everything that I got throughout the week.
Jesus.
Yeah, it takes about an hour and a half, not too long.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
not
it's
like a
nothing
full
crazy.
6
Yeah, no.
hours or-
Because I mean, I kind of like know when I'm scrolling like through my emails, like what I'm looking for already. So it's like the, some I'll come across like if I'm getting like some offers or something through an email or opportunities where I don't know, I'll come across it. But I've even put it through ChatGPT and just kind of like filter out some emails that I need to like find now, and it'll find it for me.
A new, I guess I could call it a scam that's very weird to me, is the amount of spam I'm getting about fake podcast guests.
Really?
Yeah.
AI is doing that now, or like they're making dude, they're making fake TikToks now. Like I don't even know what's real or fake on TikTok sometimes, and it's AI generated.
It's because we're in the Matrix. We have
Very
no
true.
idea what is real or
Or
fake,
fake.
Rylan.
That is very true.
But I can tell you, all the episodes on this are real. Me and Rylan really sat down together. We met in
Yep.
person. We had this conversation.
I had a great time.
It's all real here.
It's all real, man. It's been a good time.
Well, brother, you want to get out of here for the night?
Yeah, bro. It's up to you. We can finish off.
Yeah, I don't think. What time is it? Oh, we went for a decent time. Solid 2 hours, man.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I think I asked you everything I wanted to ask you. Let me scan my notes one more time. Yeah, dude. We talked about everything I was hoping we'd talk about.
Awesome. Awesome. I had a great time.
Anything you want to plug real quick?
Yeah, man. I'm gonna y'all finding any supplements that y'all want to use, go check out ProSups. That's use my code KID10. Best supplements in the game. They're all natural. The pre-workout is amazing. Protein tastes good. Go check them out. Also Boohoo Man. Go check them out too. It's another company that I'm with for clothing, apparel. They have all clothing, but everything I'm wearing right now is Boohoo Man. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Is it comfy?
Dude, this is all I wear is Boohoo Man stuff.
I've never heard of them.
Yeah,
Maybe I'll pick some up.
Yeah, they're out of. They started in UK, and now they're in the US and everything. And dude, it's awesome. They have like tall, like for tall people and plus size. So it's like they have everything. You know what I mean? So if I get an oversized tee, I can get like super oversized if I really wanted to. And like jeans and everything are hard for me because they're either too short or fucking super tight, bro. And I'm like, or like if I get like a super big pair, they don't fit my waist, and I'm like, Boohoo Man, they have it for everything.
I have two guys specifically that I'm going to send them a link to Boohoo Man and ask them if they've ever heard of them. It's two prior guests.
Okay,
and
yeah.
they both, one's a bodybuilder as well. The other one is not, but he's jacked and he's like 6'4", and both of them made a comment somewhere in their episode where they were like, bro, shopping for jeans is the worst.
Dude, it's hard, but like they have a bunch of stuff and they're very detailed in the description of like when the models like how tall and how much the model even weighs that's in the picture, and the description of like how it fits, what it looks like on. It's really cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Real quick before we go, I wanted to pay you one more compliment. The rose made of cards is sick.
Oh yeah, bro, that's for my sister.
That one is so sick.
Yeah, so I got these roses. This one's for my mom. This one's for my sister. My mom's maiden name is King, so that's why the crown's on the rose.
Okay.
And my sister, bro, me and her love gambling. Like we in a casino, me and her together, we'll be there all night. So I got those, and then I got them in roses because roses are for love. So for always love, that I always love my mom and my sister.
Texas Hold'em, or what's your game?
Was a big blackjack guy. Now I'm more baccarat.
Okay.
Yeah, you gamble a lot or no?
No. But I love playing Texas Hold'em, and usually when me and my family get together, we'll play, and stakes will be low, right? It's either we all just throw $20 in the pot, so it's, if someone's actually winning something.
I used to do that in high school with some friends. We'd play poker and just throw like $20 in the pot, and whoever wins the pot.
It's a fun game.
Oh yeah, it's fun.
I love it.
And you have full control over it. Like when you're at the casino too, that's one game you have full control over. But blackjack, dude, it's so that's the casino's game for sure. I love blackjack, love it, but that game is a casino game.
You'll think this is funny. I have a 17 recently turned 18-year-old guy at the gym who recently, when he was still 17, got a fake ID, not for alcohol, but because he loves gambling.
Wow.
He's hilarious, dude. He's
That's
come
crazy.
out of some weekends $5,000 plus. Other weekends he loses. But this kid is making so much money at 18 years old just playing Texas Hold'em.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Dude, yeah, no, I love gambling. When I was in Vegas, I spent a lot of money gambling. But, I mean, it's fun. It's you can meet some people too, some great people when you're, just chopping it up at the table.
Yeah. What does your sister play? Same games?
She's a slot machine person.
Okay.
I hate the slots, bro. I can't. Slot machines, they just drain my pockets. But my sister will kill on them. Like, she'll win thousands on the slot machines. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, tell me where to go. Like, which one should I play? And then I'll go play it, and then I'll lose.
Did you watch the Ocean's movies? 11, 12, and 13 with Brad Pitt.
I think I've seen 11. I think I watched it. But I vaguely remember it. But just the 11 one.
I feel like you would like those movies.
Mm-hmm.
They're all about gambling.
Okay.
They're
yeah,
fun. They got stacked casts.
Yeah.
All of them do. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna look at where's it on? Like Netflix?
It's probably on Netflix or Hulu or Max somewhere.
Probably Prime too.
Yeah.
Sure.
All of them.
Yeah.
None
Sure.
are sponsors.
Yeah.
to say for the record.
Yeah.
All right, Rilan, thank you so much for this. This
Thank
was
you for having
super
me,
fun.
David.
You're welcome, brother. To the audience, thank you so much, guys, for tuning into the episode tonight. Do me a small favor that will take none of your money and only about 30 seconds of your time. If you watch this on YouTube today, subscribe to the channel. If you listen on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, hit that follow button. And if you do this small action, two things will happen. First off, you'll help boost the pod to anyone that is in the thick of their difficult journey that Rilan was in when he was a teenager, and they might just need to hear his story so that they can turn a new leaf on how they view their body, about their mindset, getting into the gym. And it's really important to me that we reach those people. So do me that small favor. And if you do that, my commitment to you will be that every Saturday night, I will find awesome guests like Rilan to bring you stories and laughs and motivation and make this podcast the best that I possibly can with the best guests in this great state of Texas. With that being said, everyone, stay healthy, stay happy, and we will see you next Saturday night for another episode on David's Saturday Night Sit Back. Bye, guys.
Peace.